Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Project 454, good morning, Manders. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Vaj. Hey, Vaj and Manders, I have a request for you two. One of you two. It's a personal request, if you don't mind. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Otis Mama. Good morning, BB. Good morning, Heidi. How's everyone doing? Good morning, Ferry. Manders, Vash, can you guys remind me, if you're still here at the end of the live, when I get off live, to order more coffee? I need, like, I know I'm going to forget and I didn't put it on my to-do list. So if you guys can just remind me, like, hey, make sure you order coffee, that would be super helpful. Thank you, Manders. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, friendlies. Don't forget, we're gonna have a good time. Exactly. Hit that thumbs up. We're gonna have a great time. BB, I'm gonna make sure I put that up for everyone to see. The W's you. Hello, new setup. No, not a new setup. It's just a new view. So, FYI, the people that can hear me right now, if you're watching on Kick, Twitch, or YouTube Landscape, you can hear me right now. You can hear me and see me. But if you watch on YouTube Portrait View or Instagram, they can't hear me just yet. So, like, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So it's just a different look, a different view. I'm trying to give people options. I know myself, I'm a creature of habit. And if I'm used to watching something one way, it's kind of hard for me to watch it another way. So yeah. Anyone not have enough sleep? Tesh, believe it or not, like 4 hours of sleep is my sweet spot. Anything over 5 and I start to feel sick. So 4 hours of sleep is absolutely my sweet spot. Vash said you never get enough. Welcome in, Soul Stellar. Hi, Mary Daniels. How are you? Audiobook. Oh man, guys, the best thing ever for me is the fact that I've started listening to Audible. I've been consuming books. I mean, just like ripping through books. It's been insane. It's been a whole thing. Good morning, Beth. Stallion, you requested? Yeah, give me a minute. I'll get you up here first, but we got to do the intro. You know how it is. Just hang tight. Hang tight. I'll get you in here. Good morning. Good morning, Valkyrie. Good morning, M. Good morning, Bob. I'm good. How are you? Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Clem. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Craft Weaver. Good morning, Tara. Yeah, I'm actually feeling really good, guys. I'm feeling really good. So much better than before. Guys, as we get in over on the TikTok side, if you don't mind, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. We are looking for some debates. So if you don't mind, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It is only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Let's make sure everyone is in the house and we will get started. Also, guys, can we knock out the daily gift goal? It's the love you so much. Can we knock those out? Please, please, please. Please, please, please. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Please and thank you. Hit that thumbs up button. It'll help boost the VOD and get more people in here. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I know it's Tuesday. It feels like a Monday because so many of us didn't, it was a holiday yesterday and all this other good stuff. So I know some people are just getting back into the morning routine. What up? So I hope everyone is, I hope the short week for those people who get to participate in the short week actually enjoy that. So, good morning, Alice. Good morning, Jeff Rubrick. Good morning, Keisha. Let me reset the daily gift goal again one more time. Guys, if you don't mind as well, share the live maybe once or twice. That would be super helpful. Don't spam share. Spam sharing does not help the live. That's actually, it negatively impacts the live. So if you're going to share the live, share it maybe once or twice. More than sharing the live, the two things that you can do, and this the two things that I do from my backup account, is share the live to your stories and share it, repost it. Those two things are like two of the most helpful things that you can do. So put it on your, share it instead of sharing it out to like a bunch of people, unless you know for a fact there's some people who would watch or want to watch or whatever. Just share it to your stories and then repost it. Those two things are super, super beneficial. So if you do those two things, that is super, super beneficial. Also, keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 25,000 likes, if you don't mind. Please and thank you. Let's get the likes up to 25,000 likes. I think I seen Dwayne. What up, Dwayne? What up, broski? W's in the chat for my brother, Dwayne. All right, guys. We're going to set the music notes. Boom, boom, boom. We're all good here. Let's go ahead and get started. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. You know what it is.
Yeah, funny how it changed now. Same people that laughed at clips, studying the clips now. Everybody got opinions till the facts land. Everybody loud till they gotta take a stand. Every stream feel like somebody betting they pride. I seen fake scholars fold in real time. Now they screenshot takes, run around and remix it, and pull up thinking somehow they can fix it. Nah, you stepped in the wrong room, donut. This ain't rage bait, this pressure. Patriarchy, race, class, labor, healthcare. I don't do surface level, I peel layers. And every time they think they got me cornered, numbers go higher. Chat flying, mods working, crowd waiting. Somebody finna get cooked tonight. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. You talk big till the facts come out. Slap nuts, sit down. Oh. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. Got the whole chat screaming when the logic break down. Yeah. Welcome to the ring now. You ain't built for this smoke. Y'all slap nuts, ain't got milk for these oats. Donuts, so pipe down. Yeah, you might drown. You don't want war with the king right now. I don't debate for applause, I debate for the record. Every false claim get dissected and severed. You rehearsed outrage, I studied the structure. Difference between noise and somebody with substance.
Crap, we tell them it's a box.
I quote policy. You want moments, I want honesty. You want ego boost and virality. I want mutual aid and stronger communities. That's the difference between you and me. See the problem? Different type timing. You came for clips, I came for alignment. Capital this, socialism that. Half these dudes can't define.
I just realized that we didn't start the live over on the other YouTubes. Holy smokes. W's in the chat for Tess. Thank you for that. I didn't realize that we didn't get the portrait view going. Guys, I feel bad. Vertical, yep. Horizontal, we should be good. Sorry, I forgot to hit go live. How are we? Are we good now? We're good now? We're good now. Guys, I think we should start it over. Should we start it over for him? Run it back? You got it, Gucci. YouTube vertical, this one's for you.
Yeah, funny how it changed now. Same people that laughed at clips, studying the clips now. Everybody got opinions till the facts land. Everybody loud till they gotta take a stand. Every stream feel like somebody betting they pride. I seen fake scholars fold in real time. Now they screenshot takes, run around and remix it, and pull up thinking somehow they can fix it. Nah, you stepped in the wrong room, donut. This ain't rage bait, this pressure. Patriarchy, race, class, labor, healthcare. I don't do surface level, I peel layers. And every time they think they got me cornered, numbers go higher. Chat, flyer, mods, working, crowd waiting. Somebody finna get cooked tonight. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. You talk big till the facts come out. Slap nuts, sit down. Oh. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. Got the whole chat screaming when the logic break down. Yeah. Welcome to the ring now. You ain't built for this smoke. Y'all slap nuts, ain't got milk for these oats. Donuts, so pipe down. Yeah. You might drown. You don't want war with the king right now. I don't debate for applause, I debate for the record. Every false claim get dissected and severed. You rehearsed outrage, I studied the structure. Difference between noise and somebody with substance. You quote tweets, I quote policy. You want moments, I want honesty. You want ego boost and virality. I want mutual aid and stronger communities. That's the difference between you and me. See the problem? Different type timing. You came for clips, I came for alignment. Capital this, socialism that. Half these dudes can't define what they yelling in caps. Talking about free market while wages collapse. I watch your pivot arrive, I make it visible live. But this ain't never gonna be a place where evidence dies. You came all the way to be Santana for internet rep, while the whole chat waiting to see who got checked. Next, welcome to the ring now. Yeah. You talk big till the facts come out. Slap nuts, sit down. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. Got the whole chat screaming when the logic break down. Yeah. Welcome to the ring now. You ain't built for this smoke. Y'all slap nuts, ain't got milk for these oats. Donuts, so pipe down. Pipe down. You might drown. You don't want war with the king right now. Yeah. Welcome to Sparring with Santana.
Welcome, everyone.
Bring your sources or
Please.
bring excuses, whatever. Doesn't really matter either way.
It doesn't.
You're about to get cooked. You should know who I am by now.
They really should. They should know. They should know. They should know. They should know. Guys, welcome in. Welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. We got Stallion here. Stallion, good morning.
Hey, what's going on, Santana? You know, I'm pretty popular around the lives.
You said you?
Yeah, I'm pretty popular, I guess.
I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Stallion, have you come here to let us know that you're officially off the Trump train?
No, my brother, I am not.
Okay. Well, in that case, you know exactly what it is and how we do. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Sam, I'm not impatient. That's just how I am. Thank you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Santana, you're not single, are you? I said that I couldn't remember.
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. If we can keep knocking those out, it'll boost the live as well. So guys, please do your part. W's in the chat for Gucci as well for the boxing gloves. I didn't get a chance to call that out, but I appreciate you. Stallion, so you haven't officially gotten off the Trump train yet.
Nope.
And it's super interesting that you are still a part of a group, an actual cult is such
Americans?
a use that word. I'm sorry, you said it's what?
Americans? I'll give it to you short. They're American. But go ahead.
Stallion, question for you, or not necessarily a question for you, because this is the background, and the background is the background. But I think it speaks volumes. How are you comfortable being associated with a group that exudes stupidity?
I can't speak for everyone else, but I can speak for myself. Like I said, we're Americans, and we want to put America first. And I don't understand how that's a problem.
Oh, you don't understand how America first is a problem?
I don't understand how you guys, you Democrats, you whatever, have a problem with us wanting to put America first.
Just to verify, Stallion, you don't understand how putting America first, saying America first, that's a problem. And Stallion, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but I'll ask anyway. You're a Black woman, right?
No, but I guess Italians were considered Black. I'm white.
You're white?
I got that. What could I say? That California.
You got a little bit of soul in your voice. That's a little surprising. I thought you got a little soul in your voice. It's all good. Stallion, you said America first, right?
And I'm not sure about you assume my race, but I bring up race in this conversation.
You got a little bit of soul in your voice. That's the only reason I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't say I have soul.
You definitely don't have soul. I said you had a little bit in your voice.
Okay, I mean, I eat cornbread and chitlins and yada yada yada.
What?
But let's go.
Wait, so is that what Black people do?
I know what you're trying to get at. I'm just saying.
Black people eat cornbred and chitterlings?
It has nothing to do with Black people. I mean, anybody can eat chitlins, really.
Yeah, so we're eating chitterlings. Got it. You said you're America first. You're America first. Got it. You know who else was America first?
Go ahead. The picture is.
Gotcha.
I can't. Oh, come on, man. Seriously, like why?
Because it's the truth. It's the truth. The ideology of America first was coined by the KKK and then cultivated by the Nazis, and they use it as Germany first. So the premise that you should be America first speaks to not only a past filled with hatred, but a past filled with racism, xenophobia, bigotry. I mean, the ideology of quote unquote America first has been repackaged as something that's supposedly a good thing. But like, even if you look at the purest basis of it, can you tell me a time, and not only in American history, but just throughout history of the world, where isolationism was a good thing that benefited the country that looked to isolate themselves?
I'm gonna go the Civil Rights Act. Let's go with that. What does the
Civil Rights Act have to do with a country isolating themselves?
I mean, I don't think that, when I say America first, it means I'm isolating we should isolate ourselves. I think we should be putting Americans first.
First means? Or did you just think it was a catchy phrase and like you're with it?
Well, I assume it means, that we're putting Americans first. Like we shouldn't be spending.
When you make an assumption, Stallion? You make an ass out of who?
I'm not making an assumption. I'm just saying.
You just said you were making an assumption. You said you're assuming.
Look,
and guess what? You're making an ass out of you, but not me, because I know this part. So the actual ideology of being America first, it's rooted in not only saying that we want to actually ensure the dominance of our country or of America, but it is quite literally with the premise of isolationism, right? No matter if we talk about not interfering with foreign conflicts, whether there's a whole thing that's like fortifying the borders, depending on American resources versus resources from outside of the country, it is quite literally a premise of isolationism. So again, when I go back and say, can you tell me a time in history where any country has been successful being isolationist?
Germany.
How
I can say Germany.
When
they're making sure they're Matter of
Because
fact, I
even if
can't
you're
even speak
talking
for
about the
Germany
time
because I've never been
during,
there.
like when Nazis had power and Germany was growing, they weren't isolationists. They quite literally leaned on multiple countries, including one of Hitler's best friends was Mussolini. And so the actual kinship they had with Italy, and then also the kinship they had with Japan. I mean, like the reason why Germany involved itself in like World War II was because of Japan's strikes on the United States, and the United States being pulled into World War II. So like Germany doesn't have a successful history of isolationism.
I would say before, all that yada, yada, yada mess happened, I believe they did.
No.
I believe they did.
They didn't. They didn't. So, okay, how do you quantify that? How do you quantify them?
I mean, but it's
having
my
a
opinion,
successful
really.
country based in isolationism?
But like I said, it's my opinion.
Well,
it might not be a fact, but it's my opinion.
They also, like they say, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one, right? And
Come
just
on,
like buttholes,
look.
not everyone's opinion is clean, and your opinion is muddied with the lack of knowledge that you have and what you're saying.
Look, Santana, I just listen. When I say America first, I'm not speaking on hate and racism and what the KKK did. I'm speaking on putting us first and not sending billions of dollars overseas when we have people sleeping on the streets.
Oh,
I mean, wouldn't you agree with that?
Come on now. That's one of my favorite arguments. You know why that's one of my favorite arguments? Mm-hmm. It's because people who support the Republican Party don't give a damn about people that are unhoused. Like
I do.
You don't. You guys virtue signal.
I give money to donate. I give money to charities.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What does that have to do with the Republican Party virtue signaling about the houselessness crisis that we have, and the fact that they don't want to actually address those issues that would not only help with being unhoused, but put us in a place of success? Your party, the party that you align with, Donald Trump literally signed an executive order that made it illegal to be unhoused. Illegal. You can be put in jail for being unhoused under Donald Trump's executive order. Did you know that?
I'm not gonna get into that. I've heard about it, but I'm not gonna get. Yeah, I knew about it.
Okay, so
I don't appreciate it.
A party that's literally trying to put people in jail for being unhoused?
I don't agree with it. I'll give you that. I don't agree with that.
Okay, so what about the fact that, do you know what the leading
but it's not going to change my vote.
Do you know what the leading driver is for people becoming unhoused?
Yeah, drugs and not having the proper help. Well, then what is it? I'll wait.
The number one driver that causes people to become unhoused is medical debt. Medical debt is the number one cause for people to become unhoused. And you know what the Republican Party is standing in the way of?
With what?
Universal health care.
It's just not going to work out.
Well, first and foremost, universal health care would work out. There's a multitude of ways to institute it, right? Whether we go with the single payer option, whether we go with the public option, whether we go with like Medicaid for all, like there's a multitude of options. And even if you talk about like the cost, there's a multitude of options when it comes to the cost. We can take a look at cutting the military budget and reallocating those funds, or like hell, the Trump administration is trying to increase the military budget from 1 trillion to 1.5 trillion. So we can take those increases and dump it into the actual public option for healthcare, and then have it reoccurring where the taxes that we already pay continue to pay into that and uphold those things. But not only is the Republican Party rejecting the premise of universal health care, they're actively making sure that people lose health care. Hey, question, with the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill, how many people have so far in 2026 lost access to health care?
I can't speak on that. I have private insurance and I can't speak on that.
Sure. Private insurance is nice,
unfortunately,
but 17 million Americans have lost access to their health care coverage due to the lack of subsidies and the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill. Now, you know what's funny about that, Stallion? You said you live in California, right?
Yes.
You live in Southern California?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around that way, I guess. Whatever.
Stallion, have you ever traveled the country?
Yeah, I went to Florida just last year. I went to Las Vegas. I took a trip to New York City. I went to Clearwater. I took my nephew to Disney.
Okay.
What about it?
Have you ever been to areas like maybe Dustin? I'm not Dustin.
Yeah,
no,
Dustin. I actually been there.
Not Dustin. Yeah, Dustin. Well, okay, sure. Did you drive to get to Dustin, or how did you get there?
I took a plane.
Okay.
Why would I drive from California to Florida?
Areas like Yulee, Florida?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Have you been to any parts of the United States that is considered rural? Like any parts of the United States that would be kind of backwood, distant, remote areas?
No.
No?
I don't have to.
Lucky you. Lucky you. But you know who actually does have to be in those areas?
Who?
A shit ton of Trump supporters, a shit ton of Trump voters, a shit ton of people who vote for the Republican Party, people that actually fall on the right side of the aisle, who live in those rural areas, tend to actually vote Republican. Now, the funny thing about that, I mentioned the 17 million people who lost coverage to their health care with the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill. But you know what I didn't mention, Stallion?
Mm-hmm.
The 466 rural hospitals that are set to close by the end of 2026 due to lack of funding from the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill. Hey, would you like to guess how many patients those 466 rural hospitals actually service?
Like I said, I can't speak.
Would you like to guess how many patients that 466 rural hospitals service?
A couple thousand, I assume.
Nope, 6.6 million. Would you like to guess how many people those 466 rural hospitals actually employ?
Let's move on.
275,000 people. So when we talk about the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill, the actual point of the Republican Party rejecting the subsidies for the ACA, losing coverage for 17 million Americans, which is going to shut down 466 rural hospitals that will impact 6.6 million patients and 275,000 employees. You know what's also funny about that?
Look, that's sad.
You said you have private health care insurance, right?
Yes, I do.
You know what went up in 2026?
Well, I know. I know what you're gonna say, and I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not going to. I know the premiums and yada yada yada.
If you have private health care insurance and the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill didn't actually cut any subsidies for your private health care, why did your private health care costs go
up? Look, dude. I didn't vote based off healthcare.
I hear you. But the question is, do you know why the premiums for private healthcare went up when the One Big Beautiful Bill didn't directly affect those premiums?
No, I really can't speak on that because I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
The reason why those premiums went up is because insurance companies understands that there's going to be a increase as far as people not having healthcare coverage, and there's going to have to be offsets and subsidies. So what that boils down to is people who have healthcare have to pay more in order to have coverage because of the people that are getting kicked off of their healthcare. So even though you have private healthcare insurance and the One Big Beautiful Bill passing didn't directly affect your healthcare insurance, it still indirectly affected you because we saw a shift across the country in healthcare premiums for all healthcare providers. Now, I know that I've been talking about healthcare for a while, and you said you didn't vote based off of healthcare. And guess what? We weren't talking about you voting based off of healthcare. You remember why I brought up healthcare?
I can't even remember.
Perfect. The reason why I brought up healthcare is because you made the statement that we shouldn't actually be sending money abroad when we have people that are unhoused here in the United States of America. I said the Republican Party doesn't give a shit about people who are unhoused in the United States of America. You said that's not true. And then I laid out the fact that people having medical debt is the #1 driver for becoming unhoused, and how the Republican Party doesn't want to address that. So if the Republican Party not only doesn't advocate for universal health care, some form of that, and they're also actively reducing the amount of people that have access to health care, vis-a-vis, they are going to increase the amount of people that are affected that become unhoused while having no plan to address people that are unhoused within the United States of America. They are literally driving people to lose their homes and going directly against the thing that you said that you care about. So now, again, my question is, how can you support a party that actively goes against the thing that you said? You said it. You said you stand for. How can you align yourself with someone with a party that goes against your core principles?
The same way you voted for the ACA that fined people for not having it.
That's all you
that
got?
Fine people for not having it. You find people for not having health care that your party came up with.
That's all you want to add? I didn't want to steamroll.
That's 100% what I'm going to add.
If there was anything else you wanted to say about that?
I'm not adding nothing else to the floor.
Okay, but perfect. I got that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. So you're talking about the poison pill clause that was in the ACA. Yeah, I hate that. You and I can agree. Like, that poison pill clause fucking sucked, right? We can agree on that point. We can?
Sure, we can.
Perfect. 2 questions for you. One, do you know who actually added the poison pill clause to the ACA?
It doesn't matter. It happened under Democratic administration. That's all that matters, really.
No, I think context matters. Now, would you like to actually take a guess as far as who added that poison pill clause to the ACA?
Was it Mitch?
No. Well, it was definitely Republicans. It was spearheaded by Ted Cruz. So, question for you, Stallion. Why would the Republican parties, when giving access to healthcare coverage for American people, why would they want to fine them for not having healthcare? Why would they put something that was widely unpopular into a healthcare bill or piece of legislation when it would harm American citizens? Why would they actively try to harm American citizens?
I can't speak. I can't even tell you why. Yeah. But let's move on.
No.
We'll I have something else I just.
We'll move on in just a second. Because I do have a part 2 to that. But what I will say, the reason why they did that is because they didn't want to pass it. No, they didn't want to pass it. The actual Ted Cruz has been on record saying that not only did they threaten to filibuster to make sure the Affordable Care Act did not pass, but they specifically added that in because they did not want the Democrats to have a win. They didn't want the Democrats to have a win. And so they actually made sure to add that poison pill option in. Now, you also said, oh, I hate this. When did the poison pill option actually fall off or sunset within the ACA?
Well, like I said, I can't speak on that.
January 31st, 2018. That's when it actually sunset and was officially removed. After that point, no one has actually been fined for not having healthcare coverage under the ACA. That's 7 years ago. That's 7 years ago. So not only has that not been a factor for over 7 years, hey, do you know, because like the poison pill option had a negative impact on people when the ACA was first passed, right? But would you like to guess when the actual ACA, when the offset of the ACA coverage started to be beneficial, meaning more beneficial than it was negative with the poison pill?
Look, dude, you got me. I'll search up the ACA more. You got me.
Okay.
I'll call a spade a spade.
Yeah. Well, just FYI, it was after it was passed.
I'll let it be a spade a spade. That's it. I don't want to talk no more about it.
Okay. Well, the one thing that I'll say is that even prior to the sunsetting of the poison pill option, in 2015.
I'm done. I'm done.
It became the offset of profitability, meaning that it was more profitable and more beneficial to have healthcare, or it was no longer negative. I guess that's how we start, chat. I guess that's the start to the live. Debbie's in the chat for Bethany for the $5 donation saying, love the new intro. Keep dunking these donuts. You know, that's what we do. Debbie's in the chat for Activista for the $2 super chat. They put the dance in. I know that's right. And Debbie's in the chat for BB for using their 3-month YouTube subscription super chat to say, that black lady last night on Dean's Live was terrified of you. I love listening, and you've taught me a lot. Keep it up, and I'll be here. Debbie's in the chat for BB. Thank you so much for that. Debbie's in the chat for Activista. Debbie's in the chat for Bethany. Guys, if you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hi, Ren, I think it is. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Ren, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay, I'll go ahead and drop you down. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Also, guys, can we knock out the high bears? Please, please, please. That's the daily gift over on the TikTok. Can we knock out the high bears? Someone said, what is FBA? More than likely, if you don't know what it is, that one's not for you, but FBA is Foundational Black Americans. Let's do this because we had people in the request. Okay, so chat, can I be honest with you guys for a second? Can I be honest for like a second? Look, this guy, what was it? Skylar, you said that I'm dry begging. Dry beg these nuts in your mouth, bub. Go get your main account. You got 4 followers and you're following 1 person. This is your spam account. So I muted you, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do you a favor and I'm going to send you to the womb lands. I'm going to block you. Go get your main account, come back, say it with your chest, or don't say it at all. I don't give a fuck which one you pick, but you will choose. You will choose. Anywho, if I'm going to be honest, the thing that I've learned is that if I come out the gate and I cook people too quickly, then it scares the rest of them off. That's on me. I learned that if I come right out of the box and I layeth the smacketh down on them way too quick, then the rest of the people who may debate me, roaches, you turn on the lights, they run, they scatter. They're still there. They're absolutely roaches. They're still there, but they run, they scatter, and they hide. It's the most interesting thing for me. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hi. So I know you're not a Trump supporter, and I know your whole shtick, and I think you and I talked.
Wait, you know me? You know me?
You don't remember our conversation?
Oh, I've gone on a lot of people's lives. I don't remember
but you don't
specifics,
remember me.
but yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Listen, okay, so
no.
It was when you were first doing like the neo phalangelist thing or whatever, and
damn,
like,
you know me, bro.
Wait, hold on. It was when everyone was kicking you, and no one was actually letting you speak on it, and then I stopped you, and I was like, "Hey, tell me what it is." And you was like, and you couldn't explain it. And I was like, listen.
Wait, no, that was not me. That was not me. I swear to God, that was not me. That might have been somebody else. Because there's a lot of people who go up, like, because I have a lot of followers, and people, like, my followers go on people's lives and are like, oh, I'm a neo-libertarian phalangist, and they don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I'm the founder. I'm the original creator.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should tell them to do that. I talked to one of your people then.
Yeah.
A lot like you.
No, there's a lot of people who go on Parker and Dean's live and say stuff like, oh, I'm a neo-libertarian phalangist. And then when Dean or Parker's like, okay, explain it, they're like, it's the best thing ever. Like they don't know how to explain it.
Okay. Well, I made a
deal with I'm the original.
The one of your cronies, I'll just call him, and said like, hey, don't troll me because like I'm giving you the floor. I basically told him what you just said. Like, if you're going to troll, then make sure you have like a follow-up. I heard you yesterday. You actually did a good job of like kind of running through the shtick, but I'm going to go ahead and keep moving because I don't really like trolls, but I appreciate you coming up, and I will.
All right. Thank you, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah, you as well. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Hi, Austin. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? I think that was a mistake. 45, 47. 45. Morning, Dabod. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, Santana?
I'm good. It sounds like your service sucks already.
Yeah, I'm actually switching in between networks currently from Wi-Fi to 5G, so that's probably the issue.
Okay. All right. Is it any better?
I mean, you're coming in loud and clear with no lag. I don't see any issue with lag at all right now on my end.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a little bit of a delay.
Okay. Well, apologies for that.
Come up later whenever you're in a better area.
Yeah, actually, let me turn off. I've got data switching on. Let me turn that off really quick. Give me like 2 seconds.
Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live. We only need 3 more high bears. Can we knock out those 3 more high bears, please? Please, please, please. Can we knock out those 3 more high bears? W's in the chat for Heavenly for the $10 super chat said that was epic. Yeah, you know, it's cool. It's cool. I just, like I said, sometimes I worry that if I cook them too quick, then they don't come back and the rest of them get scared. And we know that they are absolutely a scary breed. So we want to ensure that we can, at the very least, keep them coming back and keep them engaged. But more often than not, they're cowards. So also, there is someone in the request that's listed as political man. Political man. I'm gonna go ahead and kick you. Come back on your main account. You're not getting up here on a spam account. Just FYI for any of the trolls, any of the people that are looking to actually join because, you know, you just want to say the N word or crash out or whatever it is you guys like to do. You're not even going to get into the front door. You are not tall enough to ride this ride. Now, if you want to do the weird shit on your main account with your whole chest, sure. Let's ride that ride. But if you are going to be here on your backup and you're going to be a coward, then guess what? Nope. Dabot, are we good?
It's up. I mean, do I sound okay on your end, or am I still lagging?
No, it sounds like for the most part, the lag is gone. What about now? Can you respond immediately after I stop now?
Yeah, I'm responding currently.
Okay. No, it sounds pretty good. All right, Dabot. So the entire chat was saying, no, not him. And which normally I agree a lot with my chat. All right. But I wanted to talk to you specifically because you tagged me in some type of video yesterday. I didn't really watch the video, but I heard you complaining something about my background. I wanted to talk about it. So what's the complaint that you wanted to take up with the manager?
So first and foremost, it was the un-American complaint, but also I wanted to talk about the universal healthcare thing too. But we can get to that.
Okay. So you were saying that, like me saying, get rid of Republicans and Trump was un-American because it would create like a uniparty and blah 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 blah, right?
Well, what I did was I prefaced in the commentary, I said that let's put the emphasis on getting rid of the Republican Party as a whole, because if we only have a one-party system, then we really don't have a democracy, and that's kind of un-American.
Okay. You stand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we only have a one-party system, then we would be like China or Cuba. They're a one-party state.
Okay. Any other context or anything else you want to add to that?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, based off of just that metric, if again we're only in a one-party system, that does not seem like it's very American, because then at that point, if you only have a one-party system, there really isn't, much of a voice for the other people who might have opposition or feel differently.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, first and foremost, good thing I never said that we should have a one-party system. W's in the chat for me for not saying that. But even more so, the entire point was getting rid of Donald Trump, who is a fascist, right? Getting him up out the paint, and the Republican Party, which is filled with cowards, people who are anti-intellectuals, people who have no good intentions for the American people, and moving away from conservatism as a whole. Right? The ideology of conservatism is absolutely detrimental to the long-term success of any type of country or business or anything like that. Can you name one successful conservative policy or Republican policy that has been passed that has overwhelmingly benefited the everyday American within the last 60 years?
Let me address conservatism as far as you're saying, getting rid of conservatism as a whole. As far as the Republican Party, do you think the Republican Party are full of just conservatives?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I think that it would be hyperbolic to deem like the Republican Party as just conservatives, just like I think it would be hyperbolic to deem the the Democratic Party as just, liberals or whatever. I understand there's different factions within the Republican Party. You have people that are Republicans, conservatives, you have MAGA, you have the American First movement, you have white nationalists and Nazis as well. So you guys are a pretty eclectic group, but the point that I'm making is the core premise of the core ideology of like the baselines under all of those groups is a sense of quote unquote conservatism instead of the opposition standpoint, which is progression. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, but you're completely missing the progressive aspect. There are progressive Republicans too. I mean, let's just historically, for example, would you not say that the abolition of slavery was progressive? That was done by a Republican, Abraham Lincoln. That's progressive.
Abraham Lincoln didn't abolish slavery, and not only did he not abolish slavery, he didn't free the slaves. You guys have just been like whitewashed as far as history, and also you got to read more. So first and foremost, slavery was never abolished. It was just legalized. Secondly, Abraham Lincoln, when signing the Emancipation Proclamation, declared that the Emancipation Proclamation declared that the slaves that were in the jurisdiction of the Union were quote unquote free, but the war that was being fought, the Civil War, was based off of the Confederacy, who were not actually freeing their slaves. Now, fun fact about that, even after the Civil War was quote unquote won, which Black people served in both the served in the Union and begrudgingly in the Confederacy Army, it took Black people going to those different areas within the South and freeing Black people. Like literally, Black people had to travel from location to location to location with their battalion leaders to free Black people. So the entire premise that, well, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves or anything like that, that's not true. And even more so, I'm talking about conservatism as it is today. Like, we can talk about the Southern strategy, the ideology switch of the parties. That's not the point, because even when you talk about those Republicans prior to the Southern strategy being implemented, they were progressives. They weren't conservatives. The Democrats at that time were quote unquote conservatives. And after the party switch or the ideology switch, those Republicans then became conservative and those Democrats then became progressives.
allow for that context, because I was going to say, I mean, the political ideological views of the Confederates at the time was more so they were Democrat. If we had to look
No,
at
they
them
were
from
conservative. They weren't Democrat. Like that's why I made that very clear.
Name, yes.
The Republicans' ideology was progressive, and the Democrats' ideology was conservative. After the party switch, after the Southern Strategy implementation, the Republicans' ideology was conservative, and the Democrats' ideology was progressive.
Like I said, I wanted to preface and make sure we had context there, because Republicans, it's not all Republicans are conservative. I don't want to generalize and put them into a specific category. I mean, you do have conservative Republicans, yes, but you also have progressive Republicans as well. I mean, there's a mixed bag of. It's the same way with certain Democrats too. You have certain Democrats that are conservative as well. If you look at Bill Maher, for example.
Can you name one wing of the Republican Party that doesn't appeal to the ideology of conservatism?
That doesn't appeal to the what do you as far as wing, what are you trying to say?
Well, I named a couple of different factions within the actual Republican Party, from just flat out Republicans to MAGA to America First to neo-Nazis and white supremacists. All of those groups make up the Republican Party. Can you name one of those groups that I just named who doesn't subscribe to the ideology of conservatism?
If you look at just let's say the America First people, or even in some instances the MAGA people in general, if we're going to go off the metric of conservatism, meaning they want to conserve things as how they were, or the whole premise of make America great again, meaning it was better at some point in time in the past, then we would have to look at it from a perspective of if that's true, then why is it that MAGA or America First people, many of which are totally okay with same-sex marriages now? I mean, that's not conservatism. That would be progressive.
I disagree.
So I can't conflate it and say that to me that just seems like it seems disingenuous to say that, because there are many elements that we're not really touching on here. Instead of we're just looking at it on a micro level versus a macro level. I don't think that's fair to just say all Republicans fall into this line and none of them are progressive, because there are plenty of Republicans that are, for progressive ideas, of which we're not considered to be.
Yeah, it feels like you're kind of gish galloping and getting away from the point. The one thing that I want to call out is you're wrong. You're wrong. Right? When you talk about the premise as far as those conservatives and what they actually stand for and how they actually are accepting of gay marriage, the entire premise of conservatism, it's not just the ideology of keeping things the way they are or shifting things backwards, because the core principle of conservatism is conserving the quote unquote culture of the actual land while slow progression towards change. Like, conservatives don't believe in no change at all, but they believe in slow change, and they completely oppose the rapid change that they believe that progressives actually believe in. Now, I would be for rapid change, but even progressives don't believe in rapid change. Now, the funny part about you bringing up the point of like gay marriage, right? The funny part of you bringing that up is, one, the Republican Party, after Donald Trump got back in power, like literally they have advocated for putting forth legislation to overturn Oberfell. I know I'm fucking that up. The actual
Oberfell.
It's not Oberfell. I was calling it Oberfell, and
is it Oberman? I thought it was Oberfell too.
No. Hold on. Let me look up.
I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I want to say it right. Because I was fucking up the way that it was said. Dang it. Obergefell. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But not only have lawmakers after Trump got in power, Republican lawmakers petitioned to the Supreme Court to overturn the landmark case that gave access for gay marriage. But lawmakers in Idaho, Michigan, Montana, North Dakota, South Carolina, Oklahoma, all of them have introduced or passed resolution urging the Supreme Court to overturn that ruling, which would remove access to gay marriage. So when you sit here and say, oh, and the Republicans, they're with things like gay marriage, they're good. No, they're not. No, they're not. They were forced to tolerate and accept people. And as soon as they had the ability to roll back those rights that people have, they absolutely rolled it back.
Well, you're saying they, though, in a very broad sense. I mean, that's a generalization. Not all Republicans have tried to do that. You mentioned a specific set of individual states that are trying to do that, but that's not all Republicans. That's just a generalization.
Okay, so you're absolutely right. I don't know each and every Republican in the United States of America, but what I do know is that the Republican platform supports this ideology. What I do know is that the Republican lawmakers in power are pushing for these things. And so while you may say that, oh, I don't align with that, well, your vote does, right? And while I understand that people may not vote for this or may not vote for that, if you align yourself with a party that is vehemently going against one thing or the other, you have two choices. Choice number one is what a lot of people on the right do, is they just say, well, I don't like this, I don't support this, but I'm still going to vote Republican. I'm still going to do this or that or whatever. You can fall in line, which I say this all the time. Democrats fall in love, Republicans fall in line. That's the flaw on both sides of the party. Democrats have to love the person that they're supporting. And if they don't love the person that they're supporting, then they will sabotage said person. Republicans will fall in line, even if they don't like nor love the person. That's why you see people like J.D. Vance calling Donald Trump America's Hitler, and then years later being his vice president. He fell in line, right? So the point that I'm making is, while you may say, oh, I disagree, or not all Republicans believe in that, you know what? That's fine. You guys are still going to fall in line. You're still going to fall in line.
I would say that analysis is pretty accurate, but there are obviously outliers. I mean, there are still Republicans that do not fall in line, and there are individuals that, I mean, we've seen it ourselves. Thomas Massie, for example.
What happens when they don't fall in line?
They get, well, like what you just saw with Thomas Massie. A lot of these individuals that get, or they get booted out, but that's not to say that's not to say that everyone falls in line, because they don't.
But so your whole point, though, you do understand, like, what you're saying is that, oh no, not everybody falls in line, but if they don't fall in line, then they lose their career, then they get kicked out of the party.
Well, the Democrats do the same thing, though.
Oh, Democrats
have done the same thing.
Can you name a Democratic member of Congress or anything like that who hasn't fallen in line with the Democratic ideology, that has been excommunicada and completely removed the way that Donald Trump has done with not only Thomas Massie, Mitt Romney, Liz Cheney, Adam Kissinger? Can you name anyone that has been vehemently ostracized the way that the Republicans have done with those Republicans? And I want you to name some of the people that I know. Go.
Sure, absolutely. John Fetterman, Josh Shapiro.
Wait, stop right there. Hold on.
Joseph
no,
Biden.
Don't steamroll. Hold on. John Fetterman absolutely has a negative approval rating with the Democratic Party versus a positive approval rating with the Republican Party. I grant you that. Now, can you tell me where the Democratic establishment, the Democratic leadership, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, hell, Barack Obama, name me where any of those people have come out and said that John Fetterman needs to go? I agree that he needs to go. But other Democrats, the people on the left, the people that actually vote, the people that make up the party, absolutely agree that Fetterman needs to go. But can you tell me where one of those actual people in power and within the party have called for John Fetterman to be removed?
Not the ones that you just mentioned, but there are talks being floated for him to be primary. Speaking of Obama,
primary
Obama
the fuck
was
out
also,
of him. But so
also Obama was also at one point against same-sex marriage, if you remember correctly.
Yeah,
going back to our original topic.
I agree. Sure, that's fine, but that has nothing to do with the point that you're trying to make. Please don't pivot to something else. You're literally sitting here trying to give me an example of the Democratic Party ostracizing specific members of
Josh Shapiro.
Party. Okay, tell me how.
Josh Shapiro.
The Democratic governor of Pennsylvania. Tell me how he's been ostracized by the establishment.
He was completely left out of the potential presidential pick when Biden was not even primaried or anything, because there was no primary with the Democrat Party for Kamala to be running as the next presidential candidate. But Josh Shapiro was one of the individuals that was talked about, and he was exclusively left out because he's Jewish. And that was made known publicly. Anybody can look that up.
Okay, perfect. Number one, you're wrong. Well, number one, number two, number three, overarching, you're just wrong. When it comes to Josh Shapiro, one, he wasn't left out of the presidential nominee pick. First and foremost, anybody could have ran for president with the actual open forum that occurred. Now, when you say there was no primary, there absolutely was a primary. The primary occurred when Joseph Robinette Biden was on the ticket and Kamala Devi Harris was on the ticket as a vice president. And both of them received primary votes and actually pushed them towards being the Democratic Party nominee. Now, what happened after the actual president of the United States of America, Joseph Robinette Biden, decided that he was going to pull out of the actual election, he supported Kamala Devi Harris. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't give his delegates to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris didn't automatically become the actual de facto Democratic nominee. Not only did he not give his delegates to her because he released his delegates, she said, I don't want you just to commit to me. I want to earn your votes. And that's when she went on campaigning. Now, there was an open option at the Democratic National Convention for anyone to challenge and to try to become the Democratic nominee for the president of the United States of America. But you know what? People like Josh Shapiro, people like Bernie Sanders, people like Pete Buttigieg looked around and realized, one, there was 107 days. Fuck that. There's no way that they were willing to run for president in 107 days against someone who has been running for president for 9 years because they didn't have the infrastructure to run. They weren't ready to run. They didn't have the team together. Hell, even Kamala Harris had to inherit the Biden strategy team and work out of his headquarters in Delaware for her campaign. That's how short term it was. Now, number two, there was $100 million war chest of donations that had been received. And legally speaking, there were only two people that could utilize that $100 million war chest: Joe Biden and the person that was registered legally on that ticket, Kamala Devi Harris. Those were the only two people that would have access to that $100 million war chest, meaning if anyone else would have actually ran, they would have lost out on that $100 million that was already set aside for elections, right? Now, not only did that wasn't the case, every other person that had potential to run stood up and said, nope, you got it. Gavin Newsom, he said, nope, you got it. Bernie Sanders, he took his time, but finally said, nope, you got it. Everyone else acquiesced to Kamala Harris. And then when we got to the Democratic National Convention, there was an open roll call where each delegate actually had to make the decision who they wanted to allocate their votes to. They decided to allocate their votes to Kamala Harris. They made the decision to elect Kamala Harris. So when you say that there was no actual primary, you're just wrong. And also with Josh Shapiro, fun fact, who were the three candidates that were on the short list for vice president for Kamala Devi Harris?
Shapiro.
Who were the three?
Shapiro was one of them.
Shapiro, Walz, and Buttigieg. Those were the three. And Andy Bashir was a distant fourth. Now, if Josh Shapiro was ostracized by the Democratic establishment, how did he end up on the short list to become vice president?
But he didn't get picked. That was the whole point. That
If
was
he
one
was
of the reasons
ostracized by the Democratic establishment, how did he end up on the short list to become vice president?
he was on the short list, but again, he didn't get picked. And one of the main
If he
criticisms
was
of him not getting picked was because of
ostracized,
his affiliation
if he was
with.
ostracized, how did he end up on the short list? Because if you're ostracized, then you're not being considered. So if he was ostracized, expelled, cast out, made a pariah, a leopard, then why was he on the short list at number 2? Tim Walz, Ben Shapiro, Pete Buttigieg. Those were the top 3 in that order. Why was he number 2 to be selected for vice president of the United States of America for the Democratic nomination?
Because he's a good candidate and he should have been picked. If he was picked, Kamala might have won. But that said, Biden didn't have a choice.
Listen, you're trying
Biden didn't drop out.
You're trying to run away from the actual question. And yes, Josh, I always fuck up Josh and Ben. Josh Shapiro. If he was ostracized, how could he still be on the short list? Because that doesn't speak to him being ostracized. So, Dad Bod, you're being bad faith. Can you please directly answer the question?
Yeah, I just said, I literally just said he, in my opinion, was the best pick. The best
that's
option.
not the question. No, the question is not who you think was better. The question is not, should he have been picked? The question is not what would have happened. The question is, if he were ostracized by the Democratic establishment, how did he end up on the short list at number 2 to become the vice president nominee for the Democratic ticket?
It's of my opinion that he was picked for number 2 because of his credentials, because he was a good option, and because of the fact that.
Can you repeat my question to me, Dad Bod?
If he was ostracized, yes, I understand what you're saying.
Repeat the whole question. Repeat the whole question.
If he was ostracized, then how was he number 2? I'll paraphrase. There you go.
No. Don't paraphrase.
Okay. You're saying if he was ostracized, if he was excluded, then how was he number 2 on the list? If he was completely excluded,
sure.
Then I would have
answer
to say
that question directly.
He wasn't excluded. He wasn't ostracized.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that's a concession.
But he wasn't picked either.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't picked, but that's a concession. That's literally a concession because you're saying that he was not ostracized because he was on the short list. So your entire point of bringing up,
I would argue that's for optics.
Your entire point of bringing up Josh Shapiro is moot. So those are the first 2 people that you've named. You named John Fetterman. You've named Josh Shapiro. You've been wrong on both of those. Would you like to spin the wheel again and give me an actual member of Congress, a Democratic member of Congress who has been ostracized and cast out, removed by the Democratic establishment, like the way Donald Trump and the Republican Party has done Thomas Massie, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Mitt Romney, Liz Cheney, Adam Kissinger? Can you give me any instance of the things that have happened on the right happening on the left?
I said Biden, but you didn't let me finish. Biden never dropped out. He never said point blank that he was dropping out. He actually said that he was staying in. And then all of a sudden, it was as if he was supplanted by Kamala with no whims or anything about it. After the debate with Donald Trump, everyone knew, everyone saw where he was cognitively. The left was freaking out. CNN came up. I remember literally the anchors on CNN freaking out about his cognitive dissonance that he was going through and trying to figure out what they were doing. They scrambled. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Anyone that has eyes and ears knew that he was cognitive decline. He said he was not dropping out of the race. And then all of a sudden, Kamala was the next candidate without anything other than a mention on Twitter from it. That's not how you do things. That's not a democracy. So yes, he was ostracized by the entire Democrat Party. There, key and point, bam. That's it.
Perfect. Glad you said that one as well. One easy low-hanging fruit that I'm going to go ahead and just hammer is you bringing up Kamala Harris again. We've already talked about how Kamala Harris came into becoming the Democratic Party nominee. The one thing that I want to call out with the RNC and the DNC, can you tell me who sets the laws, regulations, the bylaws for the candidates becoming the nominee?
Republican National Committee, the Democrat National Committee.
Okay, so they self-govern and they determine the actual laws and bylaws as far as how you become a nominee. Accurate?
Sure.
Okay, so you whining and crying about the Democratic nominee and how they became the nominee literally has fuck all to do with fuck all, because one, Kamala Harris qualified based off of the rules of the Democratic National Convention. But you know who didn't qualify based off of the rules of the Republican National Convention?
I'm sure you're going to inform me.
Donald Jimothy Trump. Donald Jimothy Trump, the candidate for the Republican ticket for 2024, and also the president of the United States of America currently, did not adhere to the bylaws of the requirements for the RNC to be the nominee. Hey, why aren't you upset about that? Do you know what bylaws that he didn't adhere to?
Who's pivoting now?
Nope, this is low-hanging fruit and I'm knocking it out. Do you know what bylaws he didn't adhere to?
I do not know.
He did not adhere to the bylaws in the Republican National Convention that states that any actual candidate must participate in at least 2 debates. He did not participate in.
He tried to have multiple debates and they were canceled.
No. Republican National Convention.
Stop.
This is an amygdala response. You're running because you are scared. I'm not talking about a debate with the Democratic nominee. I'm talking about a debate with the Republicans. In order to be enshrined as the Republican nominee, the actual candidates have to compete in 2 debates. That's what the RNC requires of their nominees. Did Donald Trump debate the Republicans twice?
What was going on during that time frame?
Did Donald Trump debate the Republicans twice?
What was going on during that time frame?
Did Donald Trump debate the Republicans twice?
COVID.
Did
you remember
Donald
that thing?
Trump? It doesn't matter about COVID because they still have.
Because no,
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Did they have those debates? Did they have the debates?
That was one of the main talking.
Did they have the debates?
One of the main talking points.
Did they have
as to why there was no debate was because of COVID.
This was
because there wasn't
in 2024. You're fucking wrong.
He wasn't given the ability to have
You're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. They had those debates because you know who not only had those debates that ran all the way up until the end? Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley was on the debate stage
and
multiple times. Yes, Ron DeSantis was there as well. So you're fucking lying, Dad Bod. So either you're lying or you just recognize that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Now answer the question. Did Donald Trump participate in 2 of those Republican nominee debates? Yes or no?
No, he did not.
Okay, perfect. So Donald Trump did not adhere to the bylaws of the Republican National Convention. So stop fucking whining about Kamala Devi Harris and the Democratic Party and what they did or did not do or how she became a candidate. Worry about your own fucking party. Now, with that being out of the way, you brought up Biden. What about Biden? Hey, you know what's so interesting about this? I just finished a book that I had been dying to actually read. I just didn't have time for it, but shout out to Audible. I've been getting my read on with Audible. Bob Woodward. Do you know who Bob Woodward is?
I know the name, but no, I don't. I'm not intimately familiar with who he is. Nope.
Yeah, Bob Woodward is a journalist, a author, someone who has a lineage of politics going all the way back to Watergate. He's literally the person that broke the story of Watergate. You know Watergate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was
Nixon.
Bob Woodward. That was Bob Woodward. He not only has a lineage tracking all the way back to Watergate, but he has openly not only interviewed multiple political figures, but has written books about multiple political figures, including Joe Biden, including Donald Trump, including President Zelensky and President Putin. He is someone who has had his finger on the pulse of politics and has had inside knowledge and information for years. Now, with the book that I actually read / listened to, War, right? It actually gave the account detail tracking of the last, 4 or 5 years within our country prior to the insurrection. It covered what was happening with the insurrection, what happened within the Biden administration, what happened with Ukraine and Russia, what happened with Israel and Gaza, what happened with Trump running for re-election, his court cases, all this other stuff. And you know what else was detailedly covered with actual proven interviews?
I'm sure you're going to fill me in.
Joseph Robinette Biden dropping out of the 2024 presidential election. And my favorite part in the book when talking about that, Joseph Robinette Biden absolutely doubled down and said, I am not dropping out. He said that. He said that. He absolutely said that. And then he went on the debate stage and shat the bed in front of Donald Trump and the world. I mean, hell, he didn't actually, like, Donald Trump didn't do a good job. I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Donald Trump was so fucking bad, but Biden was worse. Biden was worse. Bob Woodward actually read out bar for bar some of Joe Biden's answers. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Right? So, anywho, the interesting thing about that is they gave firsthand accounts and firsthand interviews with the people that actually were in Biden's inner circle prior to him dropping out. And while there was outside pressure from Obama and Nancy Pelosi, you want to take a guess what Biden said to Obama and Nancy Pelosi?
I have no idea.
Basically, fuck off. He told them fuck off. He told them no. He told them no. Now, you know who was the key driver as far as shifting his idea?
No, I do not.
Tony Blinken. Tony Blinken, who had over 20 to 30 years of experience in history with Joseph Robinette Biden, sat down with him and looked him in the eyes and said, Joe, how do you feel? And he said, I feel like I can continue to be president right now. And Blinken said, I hear that. I think you are great right now, but can you do this for another 4 years? He said, because your legacy is not only on the line, but the country is on the line, and the viability of the party is on the line. So if you're going to do this, can you do it for 4 years? And Joseph Robinette Biden looked Tony Blinken in the face, eye to eye, and said, I don't think I can hold up for another 4 years. And so even though Obama and Nancy Pelosi and the political left were all screaming, Biden, drop out, he said no until he sat down and had a face-to-face, heart-to-heart with someone that was a confidant for almost 30 years, and he had an honest moment. And when he had that honest moment, he came to the realization that he couldn't do it. And you know what the funny thing is about him making that decision? Hey, Dad Bod, what do you think he told Kamala Harris?
I have no idea. I've
He
never
didn't
even heard
tell
this
her
story
shit
before.
until after he dropped out. He didn't tell her shit until after he dropped out. So
Well, it was well known that they didn't like each other
your
much.
entire premise that Joe Biden was forced out by the Democratic Party is inaccurate and it's lackadaisical. You looked at it on a surface level, not understanding that not only does the president of the United States control the party at that time, but he was an incumbent president. And even though people wanted him out, they did not have the power to make him drop out. And even after he had a horrible debate, they didn't have the power to make him drop out. Joseph Robinette Biden, even being jaded after his decision, because he was upset of the decision, he was never forced out by the Democratic Party. He made the decision. So that's number 3. You tried Fetterman, you tried Josh Shapiro, and now you've tried Joe Biden, and you've been 0 for 3. Do you have any other example, or do you want to just concede that the actual standard that's held on the right is not held on the left?
I can't think of any other individuals. I just know that we're not on topic of what we were originally debating.
Oh, you're the one that brought it up. Like, we were originally debating your premise, thinking that I wanted a uniparty, and then I started talking about like conservatism. I talked about the underlining premise that no matter if you're a Republican or MAGA or America First or a fucking Nazi, the underlining premise is conservatism. And then I brought up the point of it. Democrats fall in love, Republicans fall in line. You vehemently railed against that and said, well, the Democratic Party are the ones that you have to fall in line. And so then I told you to give me the example, and I listed all the people of who the Republican Party has ran out, and you tried to list multiple people, and none of those were actually correct. And so the premise of what we got to was that I was right, you were wrong, and we can move back. But before we do, there's one thing that I want to put on the screen. Hey, Dad Bod, question for you. Dad Bod?
Yes.
Is this your king? Is this your king?
I don't have a king.
Because Trump just posted this talking about Republicans that don't fall in line. He literally just posted this about Republicans who don't fall in line. So while you're sitting here saying that the Democratic Party is somehow ostracizing members of the Democratic Party and not being able to actually articulate any of the members that have been actually ostracized, Donald Trump has not only ostracized people, but as of today, calling for those people who are considered to be rhinos to be removed. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. I'm going to take a moment to say,
I mean, he's always been like that, though.
I think you should collect yourself. I'm not going to hold you. I think that you should get your shit together while I thank some people. W's in the chat for Ruby for the $9 donations. And Ruby, it says that you sent a personal note, but I can't see it because I'm looking at it on my computer. But I will check that personal note out later when I can open up the Cash App app. W's in the chat for you. Thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for Kimberly for the $10. Say kick fun, playing both sides of the fence. Kimberly, we're not going to kick him yet because I'm having too much fun with this dog walking, but I appreciate the hell out of you, Kimberly. W's in the chat for Kimberly, guys. Fucking W's in the chat for Kimberly. It looks like we're all caught up. Oh, wait. We're all caught up. If anyone would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Look up at the top corner. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. 1.6 thousand people hanging out here on TikTok. We only got 50 new followers so far. We've been streaming for like an hour and a half almost. Look up at the top, and if you see that word follow, hit that follow button. Hit the follow button, turn on notifications so you know when we go live. We go live all the time. So please, please, please hit that follow button, turn on notifications. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We should have as many thumbs up as we have people watching, but also make sure you follow. We're on our way to 23,000 followers over on YouTube. If you haven't followed me on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Kick, hell, I even got a Twitter now. I'm on the Bird app. Follow me across all the platforms at Santana Speaks for You. Santana speaks the number 4 and then the letter U. Follow me everywhere. Dad bod, you got shit together?
I mean, I never lost it, but okay.
You sure? Because like the serious question for you, Dad bod. You come on these TikTok lives often, right? I see you around, not just in my space, right? But I see you around. And the one thing I've never seen is like you actually win a debate. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like, you know, trying to be an asshole or anything, but I've never seen you actually win a debate. Is it blind confidence or embrace stupidity? Like what's driving you? Because at this point you haven't actually brought anything, at least in my debates or the ones that I've seen you on. Maybe you do this in your spare time on your own. Maybe you've dominated some other like debate that I've not seen, but like what keeps bringing you back when you're obviously not good at this, and even more so you don't rely on like factual information?
Well, so first and foremost, and I've prefaced this before with Dean, that's why Dean and I have, you know, good conversations, is that I'm not here to have hateful rhetoric or to be divisive or to cause more confrontation. I'm here to have conversations in which we're allowing nuance and context so we can actually learn from each other. That's the whole purpose. It's not here to say, yeah, man, I'm cooking you or you're cooking me or whatever it may be. I don't care about that. I'm too old to care about that kind of stuff. What I do care about, though, is learning from one another and being able to actually have dialogue in which we can both walk away and say, yeah, I didn't think about that before. So for me, it's not about winning or losing. I don't care about that. So maybe that makes me someone who's not good at debating. That's perfectly fine. And that's in your purview to say. But I'm not here to win. I'm here to talk about conversations that are currently ongoing in our society that are causing us to be divided. And hopefully with some sort of solution in mind. And that's why we have conversations. That's why I don't call you names or try to, you know, belittle you or denigrate you in any way, shape, or form.
Got it. Dad bod, thank you for the capybara. Dad bod, can you name one thing that you've taught me?
I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit of patience, if anything. But other than that,
I'm a dad just like you. I'm a dad just like you, and you know for a fact that patience is forged in fatherhood. So no, you don't get that one. Would you like to try again?
You just said that, you know, you've cooked me apparently every single time we've had a conversation. I've never wanted to debate with you. So maybe it's you've learned that you are better than me at debating. There's something.
No, I mean, I've always known that, but I'm not better than people in general. It just so happens that I'm better than you in debating, but that's not something that you taught me. That's something that I assumed prior to you joining the live. And I say this with all due respect or disrespect or whatever the case may be. Hey, W's in chat for Valerie. For the people that come up here to debate me, there's never been an instance where I have expected someone to come up here and provide factual information that's going to disprove the things that I say. Hey, W's in the chat. Thank you so much for that. There's never been an instance of like, I'm assuming that someone's going to come up here with factual information ready to engage in good faith. And maybe it's the actual experience that I've had with people. I'm open to learning. I'm open to being wrong. I'm hoping for good faith arguments and debates. But the topics that I tend to debate are very based in empirics, right? Like there's a lot of things that I talk about that you can actually find studies, datas, and factual information on. And so I create my opinions based off of factual information. The problem is a lot of people, not saying yourself, but a lot of people want to debate from their feelings. And I don't give a fuck about their feelings. Yeah,
because most of the topics that you bring up, not all, because I don't want to generalize, but most are relatively inflammatory. So people are going to obviously get engaged. And I get it. It gets more clicks. It gets more views. I understand that. But from a perspective of divisiveness, rhetoric, and then having, again, amicable dialogue, I don't see a reason why you can't have a conversation with someone that you disagree with in a way that is not meant to come across as attacking or winning or losing. It's just a walking away and saying, okay, well, okay, I agree to disagree, whatever it may be.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, do you like basketball?
I do.
Who do you think has
Celtics are doing great right now.
Who do you think has better handles overall, Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving?
Better handles? What do you mean by handles?
Crossover, pivot, step back, turnarounds, like the ability to actually move with the ball.
Based on today, as far as currently, or based on like their prime?
Their prime. Of course, Allen Iverson isn't in his prime, but
Allen,
in his prime, when he was actually, you know, when he actually invented the crossover.
Okay, I was going to say Allen Iverson in his prime, but
okay.
I don't know.
I would kind of disagree. I think watching Kyrie Irving move with the ball is like art, right? But one thing that I respect about Kyrie Irving and Allen Iverson is their ability to like change pace, right? No matter if they need to speed up, slow down, whether they need to go up, the fluidity of their ability to change pace is astounding. Hey, guess what, Dad Bod? I have the ability to change the pace depending on the debate. I can change my pace depending on the person that I'm talking to. I can change my pace depending on the conversation that I'm having. I understand nuances. I understand conversation. I understand communication. And so when I, quote unquote, dunk on people or win, it's because at that time, it's necessary. I understand as far as having conversations and when it's important to reach one, teach one, and when it's important to high step into the end zone. And if you feel bad about being high stepped on into the end zone, then get good. I'm sorry. If you have a problem with the way that I actually speak to you and have these debates with you, well, it's because you keep coming back, and you're not coming back in the sense of like, oh, I'm just here to learn. You keep coming back because you think you know things, but when you think you know things, you don't actually take the time to learn the things. You just speak from your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I don't. Either get good or stop crying. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I'm not crying. Like I said, I'm not confrontational with the way I debate people. I just don't find any use for that. I don't think it's constructive at all. But that said,
how constructive do you think it is when you come in front of hundreds or thousands of people and you defend someone who is a racist, a sexist, a classist, a fascist, someone who has openly raped women and disparaged women, someone who has openly depicted the most prestigious group of Black people in the history of the United States of America as monkeys, someone who is openly sacrificing the lives of our men and women in uniforms, someone who has stood in the face of the Constitution and spat on it and said that we need to dismantle it. How do you think that makes people feel when you come up here and you defend them, even with your niceties and your politeness? Right? Even with your niceties, you with your monotone voice and your I'm a dad, and you sitting and listening and not crashing out. How do you think you packaging all of that shit up in a nice ribbon, how do you think that makes other people feel? You think it makes them feel good? Well, at least Dad Bod isn't crashing out, even though he's advocating against women's right. At least Dad Bod isn't slurring, even though he is supporting a rapist pedophile. At least Dad Bod isn't sitting here and just like saying all of the fucked up shit, even though he's underscoring all of the fucked up shit. Do you think that it makes it better that you don't say those things and you hide behind politeness?
Well, that would be under the assumption that I agreed with everything that you just said about Donald Trump, and many of the things that you said I don't necessarily think are true, and or if any of them were true, I don't necessarily agree with those things. So I can, still support the president.
It's not.
I can still support our president based off of policies and based off of party lines, and still not support the president.
One piece of policy that has been passed by the Trump presidency this term that has overwhelmingly benefited the American people?
Yeah, I like the MAHA movement as far as taking specific dyes out of foods and trying to make America more healthy when it comes to dietary reasons. I think that's a net win.
Isn't a policy. RFK Jr. is literally
but
a
it was brought
basehead,
about because
literally
of
a
Trump.
basehead who admitted to snorting booger sugar off a public toilet seat. And at the same time, not only are we dealing with fucking outbreaks in our country, including measles, he's openly lying and advocating for Black children to be stripped away from their parents and put into camps. And he's also actively lying about the mortality birth rate, and which overwhelmingly affects Black women. He is pushing a narrative that will kill Americans, and at the same time, specifically will kill Black women. So one, they haven't passed any type of policy. Two, he's not a fucking doctor and he's not healthy. And three, if you look at what they're actually doing, it's harmful.
I never said he was a doctor, and I've never heard of this whole narrative as far as trying to take away children from their parents either. What I'm saying is,
you should go look up his actual testimony when asked about his initiatives and his thoughts on Black parenting. You should go look it up. You should go look it up. He's advocating for stripping Black children away from their parents.
If this is a current thing, then I need to obviously look it up. I have not heard or seen anything that would curtail to that at all. But that said, going back to what I was saying, as far as trying to make foods healthier and being more restrictive on specific guidelines for FDA, I don't know what policies they're considered or what policies they're pushing specifically.
Okay, so you can't name a policy that's actually been passed.
As far as the actual name of the policy, I know what they're doing, but I'm sure
you can't name an actual policy that's been passed that positively benefits the whole of Americans.
When it comes to the Make America Healthy Again movement, no, I don't know any of the policies because I don't have a computer in front of me. But there are policies that have been passed that are making it more stringent for.
There hasn't been
for companies.
You know why there hasn't been any policies passed?
Okay.
Would you like to know why?
Sure. Yeah.
Because Donald Trump and the current Republican Party don't pass policies. They don't. Donald Trump has ruled by executive order. Even though he has the House, the Senate, the presidency, and hell, the Supreme Court, this current version of Congress is the lowest bill passing version of Congress that we've had in modern history. They don't pass legislation. They don't pass policy. And Donald Jimothy Trump himself has put the kibosh on any type of legislation being signed until they pass the SAVE Act, which is overwhelmingly disfavorable amongst party lines, meaning Democrats don't like the SAVE Act, Republicans don't like the SAVE Act, but Donald Trump wants the SAVE Act passed, and he has told Congress that he will not sign legislation until the SAVE Act is passed. That's why there's been multiple shutdowns of TSA and DHS and ICE and all this other stuff, because Donald Trump has been rejecting deals and telling them we're not signing anything. Like literally, he's telling the Republicans that they're not signing anything. So while you sit here and say, oh, well, it's the policy. No, they don't have policy because they're not passing policy. The only thing they have is executive orders, which executive orders get shot down in court. And Donald Trump has signed a litany of executive orders that have been deemed unconstitutional. So I repeat one more time. Can you tell me one piece of legislation that the Republican Party has passed that would highlight the MAGA movement that was beneficial for the majority of Americans?
I don't have a computer in front of me. I can't look any of it up.
Can't hear you.
I said because I don't have a computer in front of me, so I can't look any of them up. What's up, Art?
Got a supercomputer in your hand. W's in chat for Jocelyn for the $1 donation saying, does this guy have a humiliation kink? He's always here. I just ran through that with him, Jocelyn. Honestly, I don't know. Deb's in chat for Barbara for the $2 donation saying, you really make my day. Thank you, Barbara. You make mine for being here. Deb's in the chat. Deb's in chat for Michelle for the $10 donation saying, thank you, Santana. Everything you're saying this morning is so helpful. Listen, I'm glad that I'm being helpful in some way. I don't know. I feel like the things that we talk about are the things that a lot of people should know and do know, but then I think there's a lack of comprehension on the certain side of the aisle. But you know, we are where we are. Debbie's in the chat for all the donos, guys. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen, guys. 1.6 thousand people here on the TikTok. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Also, look up at the top corner. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button, turn on notification. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. 200,000, guys. Please, please, please hit that follow button, turn on notifications so you know when we go live. Guys, I had an idea. 1 second. So Dadbot, you there? Dadbot, are you there? Dadbot going once. Dadbot going twice. W's in the chat for Tess for the $15 donation saying, how the fuck is raw milk, less vaccinations, changing high fluorescent corn syrup to cane sugar and switching out cooking oil to beef tallow healthier. Get effing real. People are dying. Facts. W's in the chat for Hannah for the $1 donation saying, it's so healthy to have regulations rolled back to allow toxins and chemicals into the air, water, and food. That's big facts, especially those forever chemicals that have now been added into, or they roll back the regulations, allowing those forever chemicals to actually continue to be a thing. Holy crap. Debbie's in the chat. Thank you so much for that. Dadbot, are you there? Dadbot sent you a request to unmute. Debbie's in the chat for Kristen. Hey, Kristen, for the $19.99 super chat. Debbie's in the chat. Dadbot, yeah, I think he is scared. I think he's still there. I think he's listening, and I think he hopes that he gets kicked. But I got an idea, guys, and he can't hear it, but you guys can hear it. So this is what I'm thinking. Now, while I don't think that Dadbot reaches the level of permaban, I don't think that he should be permaban. He hasn't lost his shit, and I don't think that he reaches the level of permaban. But I do think that at this point, the constant back and forth of him coming here and providing nothing of substance is a waste of our time, right? So this is what I'm proposing, chat. This is what I'm proposing. $30-day ban. Hold on, let me do this. So this is what I'm proposing. We'll do a 30-day ban. If we get to 200, we'll ban Dadbot for 30 days. So for 30 days, today is May 26, 2026. Dadbot will not be allowed back on our platform until June 27th, 2026. I don't think it's time for him to be permaban, but I do think we need to put him in the gulag for a little while and let him figure his shit out. Because at this point, it's got to be an embarrassment kink. Someone said, let's round it up to July 1st. Fuck it. Let's do it. That'll make it easier on me. We'll round it up to July 1st. So if you guys would like to add to the 30-day plus ban of Dadbot, you can do so. He needs the summer off. That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to give him the summer off. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You. If you want to add to the $200 summer off ban for Dadbot. Dadbot, Sending you another request. Are you there? This person, Corey, said, why? Corey, you've been in the comment section yip-yapping for a while, talking shit. Get up here. Corey 10, I just muted you for the entire live. The only way that you're going to be able to speak from this point on is if you actually have the testicular fortitude to get in the box. This guy, Johnny Boy number 80, said it sounds like he just wants money. I hear you. I was getting ready to bring you in here anyway, you donut. So you're defending Dad Bod. Cool, cool, cool. What did you come up to debate?
First off, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
I'm gonna talk to you however the fuck I want to talk to you.
Money hungry motherfucker.
Money these nuts in your mouth. Don't make me make this a BOGO. Who doesn't like a deal? Now, what did you come up here to debate?
You ready to talk?
What did you come up here to debate? Riveting. Riveting. Johnny. Man, it's nothing like prematurely shooting your load. Listen, it happens to the best of us. Johnny, it happens to the best of us. Sometimes we false start. Sometimes we can't even get it up and get going. Like, it happens to the best of us, Johnny. I understand that you may have a little bit of stage fright, and it's okay. It's okay. You're still the man that you were prior to coming up here. You still are the man that you used to be prior to you coming up here and being embarrassed, going limp, and shitting the bed. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Also, we got options. We got options. We can drop you down and you can, learn, rest up. You can get some good sleep, eat better, exercise, take your vitamins, say your prayers. And maybe next time you come up here, you can get it up and we can run through a debate or, medical treatment, right? I mean, like there's an option for you to get medical treatment, Johnny. It's a little bit hard standing strong in the face of me. And I'm not going to knock you for that. But Johnny, at this point, if you don't have anything to add, then I'm just going to go ahead and send you back down to the comment section where you can get your shit together. So Johnny, you got anything to add? That silence is deafening. That silence is deafening. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are a friendly and you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. We currently have a summer off going for Dad Bod. So if you would like to actually give Dad Bod the much needed break that he deserves, that reprieve from coming up here and being embarrassed, go ahead and hit those pay links. Go ahead and hit those pay links. We'll get them up out of here for the summer. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Oh, it's not.
Johnny has 3 apples. How many apples does he have?
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? You guys aren't even funny. Like, that's the sad part about this. You guys try so hard and you're not even close to being funny. Look like we're at 115 of the 200 Dad Bod summer off fund. So if you would like to add to the Dad Bod summer off fund, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Sorry, YouTube. We have to go through the pay links to do this. Dad Bod, fight back. Fight back.
Hey, sorry about that. Are you still there?
I am. Are you?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I was actually a client.
pulled up to me. I should have specified. I apologize.
No worries. Listen, I'm good. I'm good. I don't think you are though.
Well, I'm like I said, a client pulled up to me.
Did you hear anything? I know you're talking to a client. It's all good. Did you hear anything that we were saying?
I did not. No, I apologize.
Take a look at the screen. Can you see the screen?
What? Just in the chat?
So we made a decision that you have brought no substance, and I don't think you raised to the level of being permaban. I don't think you should be permaban, but I do think that you need a cooling off period. And originally I proposed 30 days, but the chat said to give you the entire summer off. So if we make it to that $200 summer off fund, you won't be allowed to come back up here on the platform for the rest of the summer, and then you'd have to come back afterwards. So I would recommend fighting back and making your plea. Just putting out any type of coherent argument that has substance that would actually entice the chat to want to hear you more. Because as of right now, you're behind the 8 ball, but the floor is yours.
Yeah, I apologize for that again. I like I said, I had a client, but yeah. So one of the things that you know, I came up on initially was the universal healthcare element that you were talking about. I disagree. I don't think it's the best system of care, because if you look at our neighbors up north in Canada, for example, I mean, it takes weeks, if not months, sometimes just to get a primary care physician. I mean, for surgeries, it takes, in many instances, months, sometimes life-saving surgeries take a long time, versus here in America, we can go to an urgent care center if we fall off a ladder and break our arm one day, or we can get a primary care physician within a day, sometimes a little bit longer. But like, I don't see why you would think that universal health care is better in any way, shape, or form than what we currently have. Now, we do have flaws here. I would agree that I'm not a fan of how our healthcare system is ran when it comes to the money that we have to put out and things like that. But at least having access, I think that's really important. You know, putting emphasis on the access versus how cost effective it is or isn't.
Yeah, yeah. Where'd you get your information from, Dabod?
What, from Canada?
No,
I mean,
all of the stuff that you just said. Where did you get
literally just look it up online? You can
look it up online.
I'm sorry, what?
Look it up online where? Like specifically, where'd you get that information from?
Yeah, hold on. Let me grab it. I'll give you the citations.
Oh, you can look that up, but you can't look the other information up. Oh, good. Go ahead and give me that citation, because
I literally can give you the citation. Just give me like 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah. Take your time.
I'm on my phone. Remember, I don't have a computer in front of me.
I don't know about your time, but yeah, do your thing. FYI, you're wrong, but go ahead and say, get whatever facts you want me to look at. I'm with it. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to where are we at? We're at 212,000. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000. Also, FYI, guys, tonight is night 3 of Late Nights with Santana. Late Nights with Santana. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We are on night 3. Did he run? Him gone. Him gone, chat. Chat, him gone. He's still here. I see you, Dad Bod. I can still see you. I sent the request. Get back up here. I still see you.
Yeah, I got booted when I was trying to send over the link to you, because when I'm switching windows from my computer, or excuse me, from my cell phone.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm not, but okay.
Oh my God. Stop you fucking lying.
All right, you were telling me about that source there, Buckaroo.
Yeah, I just sent it in the comment section, like I said.
Yeah, you can't send the source. You know for a fact that you can't send the source in the comment section. What's the title and what's the source? Or source and title?
I'm sending.
You know you can't put that in the comment section. So
no, I was actually unaware that I couldn't until now.
What's the source and the title?
hold on. Like I said, I'm on my Android phone. It takes me a second. I have to literally switch windows. Just give me a second, please. That's just directly to your account, and I can't send you messages.
Yeah, you.
But I
you and
can't type
aren't
the
friends.
URL.
You can't send me
can't-
messages because we aren't friends. But the question I have is, what's the title, and what's the source?
I'm trying to send you the URL code.
You don't
right
have
now.
to do that. Just read me the title and the source. The title is How Dad Bod Doesn't Have Any Facts, and the source is it's posted to the New York Times. Do that.
All right, so one of them's Fraser Institute.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, let me get the title. I'm gonna have to switch windows again. Okay, so Fraser Institute, it says Canada's wait times hit 30-week high. Hold on. Yeah, FraserInstitute.org, Canada's wait times hit 30-week all-time high.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking at the Fraser Institute. You left a word out of there. It's Canada's median healthcare wait time hits 28.6 weeks, second longest ever record. That's from
That's
2000. That's December 2025. The one that you're talking about is from December of 2024. Hey, Dad Bod, why wouldn't you look at the most updated information? Why wouldn't you pull the most updated information?
That was the information that was pulled up when I searched it.
That's
Which
interesting.
Is really not that far.
That's interesting.
That's really not that far behind.
It is.
December 2025. Not that long ago.
It's over a year behind. And did you look at this actual information before you cited it?
That's just one link. No, I tried to send you so what I'm looking up at, let me preface. I'm looking up on Perplexity AI, and it gives me literally a ton of different references as to what my talking point is. And
Maybe
so it's difficult. If I don't have a computer. AI. Well,
maybe
if I don't have a computer,
maybe you should use a better AI. So this source that you gave me from the wait times for Canada 2025, that second longest record, that at 28.6 weeks, is literally for specialist elective surgery. It's literally for the thing that we've been saying that happens in Canada. The reason why Canadians come to the US for quote unquote healthcare is not because there's long wait times for the emergency services. It's not because there's long time for primary care physicians. It's not because they can't get the healthcare in Canada and they have to come to the US. It's literally because they want elective referral surgeries that you cannot just immediately get in Canada. So they come to the US to skip ahead instead of waiting for those elective surgeries. Hey, Dad Bod, you know what an elective surgery is?
Yep.
Can you give me an example of one?
An elective surgery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, an elective surgery would be something like along the lines of you have to see a specialist for, I don't know, a condition, a specific condition that you are able to have locally, so you elect someone to do it, or you find a place that
let
has
me
the
give you a
capability of doing
specific
it.
example. Let me give you a specific example. Maybe that'll help.
I mean, in layman's terms.
So, Dad Bod, there's this new elective surgery that men, super weird, men have been getting. They're getting height extensions. Have you seen those?
Yeah. Yes, I have. And again, elective surgery is somewhere, if you need a surgery for something and you can't get it somewhere else, you elect to go somewhere else to get it done.
An elective surgery, cosmetic surgery, colloquially used are, surgeries like the height surgery that men have been getting. There's some men, shout out to the short kings out there. I guess that's what they call you. They are like 5 feet, 5'5", 5 foot, whatever. And they wish they were a little bit taller. They wish that they were a baller. And so since they're 5'5" or whatever, they get these height extensions to make them over 6 feet, right? It's elective surgery, and those type of surgeries are the types of surgeries that Canadians are leaving Canada and coming down to the United States of America to get. You understand that, Bot?
Yeah, but again, this is one reference. There's another one from John Hopkins.
I'm so glad
that
you
literally
understand that.
says
Hold on.
the title says why universal health care is terrible.
I'm so glad that you understand that. Now, with understanding that, one reason that a lot of these men have made the decision to get height surgery, well, they want more confidence, right? Let's be honest. They want more confidence. It's understandable. It's gender affirming care, right? They think men should be taller and bigger and whatever. But another reason why a lot of these men who tend to be on the right and subscribe to like gym culture or red pill ideology, the reason why they are getting these leg extensions to get more height is because dad bod, they're realizing that they're not tall enough to ride this ride. What ride, Santana? Debating me. They're not tall enough to ride this ride. And dad bod, guess what? You're not either. So I'm going to go ahead and drop you down to the womb lands, and you take the summer. Hopefully you will grow, not only personally as, you know, someone that engages in substance, but you'll be tall enough by the end of the summer to ride this ride, and you'll come back with facts, information. You'll come back with substance. Until then, W's in the chat for the chat. W's in the chat for the chat. You guys got him up out of here for the summer. You don't have to worry about seeing dad bod on our platform, in our space, until July. W's in the chat for the chat. You guys are fucking awesome. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Ooh, look who came back. Oh, sorry. He left. I'm a feral. This guy, Danon 3D says, rare moment when Santana lies. I sent you a request. Come up here and tell me what I'm lying about. Come up here and tell me about that rare moment for a lie. What do you mean, rare moment when Santana lies?
Elective surgery doesn't mean it's not medically necessary.
I didn't say that it's not medically necessary.
Well, you did say it was just things like height increase or whatever.
No, I said elective surgery and colloquially used as cosmetic surgery. And so then I gave an example. I gave an example of the specific type of elective surgeries that people are leaving Canada to come to the United States to get. So no, there are absolutely some elective surgeries that are medically necessary, i.e. gastric bypass surgery, right? That's an elective surgery that can be medically necessary, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I was talking about. For. Sorry?
They're coming here for that too.
Okay, they can be, but the actual wait time, did you look up the source?
I looked up your source.
Did you look up the Fraser Institute source that Dad Bod gave?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and what does it say?
About which surgeries they're coming here for specifically?
Yeah.
It doesn't say cosmetic.
Oh, it doesn't say that?
Nope.
What page are you on?
I walked away from my computer. Let me go back to it.
Take your time. It's okay. It's okay. While you do that, I'm going to catch up on these thank yous from these summertime donos. Let's start over on YouTube because I'm behind on YouTube. W's in the chat for Smoothie for the $4.99 super chat to say, when I see MAGA on Jubilee, I keep wishing you're there cooking these fools, knowing you slam all the BS. Thank you for all that you do. Smoothie, fun fact. Guys, for anybody watching, my Jubilee, well, not mine, but I was on another Jubilee, and it actually comes out this Sunday. So the most recent Surrounded that I did with an all-star cast, I'll just say that, an absolute all-star cast of people will be premiering this Sunday. It was super interesting. I have never felt more pity for someone in the middle of that circle than I did after we finished filming this Jubilee. It was a massacre. It was so bad. Ugh. Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad. It was so bad. So the way they do Jubilees, they have the claims and you're recording for a while. And so they break it up. They have 4 claims. You record for 2 claims, you take a break, and then you record for 2 more claims. I thought that the guy wasn't going to come back after the first 2 claims. I legitimately thought that he was going to say, fuck this, I'm not coming back. Not even joking. Because I would have. I literally would have took my ball and went home. Anyway, W's in chat for Smoothie. I'm going to mute you because nobody want to hear that clickety-clack while I'm talking. W's in the chat for Leap for the $5 super chat to say, where does he live? I just waited 3 months for a primary visit and I just waited 3 months for a primary visit and urgent care will not accept broken arms. That's ER. My primary visits take forever. Exactly. He was just fucking lying because he doesn't know anything. W's in the chat for Lady Ball for the $2 donation saying, work on that dad bod with the all summer. W's in the chat for Lady Ball. W's in the chat for Kristen for the $50 YouTube super chat. Let's fucking go, Kristen. Holy shit. W's in the chat for Kristen for that. You are absolutely too kind. W's in the chat for Roberta, Craft Weaver, who sent a $10 for the 30-day ban or the summertime ban for Dad Bod. Much love, much love. W's in the chat for Avocado, who sent 5 for the summertime ban of Dad Bod. Had to give this guy a 5-knuckle shuffle. Next time he's getting an attitude adjustment. Listen. He's not ready for that AA. W's in chat for Hannah for the $5 donation saying Dad Bod only comes up to hear his own voice and not learn. What a wonderful way to begin Pride Month. I know that's right. W's in chat for Melina for the $10 donation said tired of him being wrong despite how many times he's been educated on everything. He can have the summer he deserves. God damn. W's in chat for Lori for the $1 donation saying thank you and please block these guys. No one needs to listen to their hateful rhetoric. Thank you for everything that you do, educating all of us. Listening to you talk about Johnny is making me howl. Johnny has major stage fright. You're the best. Yeah, listen, thank you for the one. We try to make a good determination whether or not we're going to do a permaban or whatever. And while there are certain people that come to the level of permaban, I think that not everyone does. And so I'm kind of like, I'm a little picky when it comes to whether or not we do a permaban. If someone comes up and they're adding nothing, then we'll, and over and over and over, and they're just like spouting like hateful shit or whatever, we'll permaban them. But if it's just really bad, we don't do a kick fund. We don't do a permaban fund. We just get them out the paint. Like we just block them. We don't play that shit. I don't play that. My mods don't play that. Our community doesn't play that. W's in the chat for Gucci for the $18 for the summer band. W's in the chat for Jenna, who sent $5 and said, nope, America takes forever too. I have to wait weeks for an MRI. My patients have to wait months for primary care specialists. He is not accurate. He was not. W's in the chat for Paige for the $1 donation saying, some specialists are booking out 6 to 12 months. I just booked a patient in primary care way out in October. I personally waited 2 months for my thyroid removal, and it was considered urgent/emergency. We're waiting and paying. They're waiting and it's free. I'd rather it be free. You and me both. W's in the chat for Jay Hops for the $5 donation saying elective surgery is surgery you do not medically need. It isn't electing to choose your doctor. Exactly. Like, I don't know what this guy was talking about. W's in the chat for Eureka. Hey, Eureka, who added $100 to the summertime kick fund and said kicking dad bod ass until July the 1st. I know that's right. W's in the chat for J Hops, who added 25, saying for the much needed break we deserve. W's in the chat for Sherelle for the $2 said for the summer ban. W's in the chat for Elizabeth for the $30 said Dad bod will not admit he's racist. Dad bod he hides behind politeness or whatever. W's in the chat for Drew for the $5 saying can you gulag him from Dean and Parker's live too? I don't think he rose to that level. I'm sorry. And W's in chat for Anna for the $5 say he weaponized incompetence. He does. He absolutely does that, and politeness. W's in the chat for all the donos, everyone who added to the summertime ban of dad bod. You guys are fucking awesome. If you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links, and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Guys, we got 84 new followers on the stream so far. Look up here. Look up here. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. If you haven't hit that follow button up here, hit that follow button, turn on notifications. If you're over on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so you it'll push the VOD out even more. All right, so this guy came up and was whining and crying and saying, "Oh, Santana lied." Go ahead and send you that request to unmute, Bub. Did you find the lies?
I still can't find your source that says anything about cosmetic.
Oh, did you look through the actual 70-page study?
Yeah, I'm reading through it right here.
Okay, perfect. Jeff, you got something for this donut?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, when comparing wait times between Canada and the United States, do they compare full population wait time?
Well, we're talking about the wait times. I was talking about the disingenuous platform of it's only
I'll just ask my
cosmetics coming
question.
over
I'm
here.
just gonna ask the question again.
If you want to pivot
when
the topic,
comparing
that's fine.
when comparing wait times between the United States and Canada, do they compare full population wait times? Yes or no?
So we're going to pivot topics.
So I'm just going to ask the question a third time. So this
you
is
can ask all you want. I don't do pivots.
This is two dodges to the question, right?
No, I don't do pivots.
So we're talking about healthcare, right?
No,
I'm still talking about healthcare. So
you
this is
can
going to be
pivot all you
this is going to
want,
be
that's
attempt
fine.
number this is going to be attempt number 3 to answer
Let me-
this
Santana
question.
can dodge this all he wants.
Shut up, you donut. Let me say this, Jeff. Hey, you know what's funny? You said that you actually you're looking through the actual 70-page document. Have you made it to page 5 yet of the document? It's page 8 on the PDF, but on the document it's page 5. Have you made it there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the page where they start talking about the actual breakdowns of the types of surgery. So you might want to start there, but until you actually, he could have hit Control F, but until you actually finish reading through the information and then being disproved wrong, fucking answer Jeff's question, you coward.
Go to page 22.
Sure. Jeff, floor's yours.
So let's ask the question a third time.
I'll wait till Santana
compare?
answers.
Hey, wait. The question is on.
No, Santana doesn't bring up guests to
I don't know. Now you're interrupting.
Hey, if you can't talk to Jeff, then you can fuck off. I don't care which one. Either you're going to talk to Jeff or you're going to fuck off. Pick your poison. Like, stop being a coward and answer his question.
Santana.
I'm sorry?
Keep dodging.
Dodge these nuts in your mouth and answer the question.
Yeah, there's a simple question on the table. You could have
When
answered
my
it.
question's
really
answered.
quickly. You haven't asked the question. I've answered.
I did. I asked it to Santana before you were even here. He brought you up to dodge the answer.
Look. Hey. What was the question you asked?
Why he being disingenuous, saying that it's only cosmetics coming down here when we got cardiovascular, we got orthopedic, we got neurosurgery.
Wait, hold on. And let me clarify this, Jeff.
No, that wasn't answered.
Shut up. When did I say it's only cosmetic surgeries? Answer that question. When did I say it's only cosmetic surgeries?
As a matter of fact, you addressed it. You said that was an example you used. You used gastric bypass surgery, which is not a cosmetic surgery, as an example, right? So clearly, you can infer from that it's not only cosmetic. So now you're just saying that to dodge my question.
And also, to be clear, I said it's elective surgeries. It's elective surgeries, and I said specifically, colloquially, cosmetic surgeries. And one example of the cosmetic surgery is the height extension. Now, to be clear, elective surgeries does not mean that it's not medically necessary. And to Jeff's point, I then followed up with you saying how gastric bypass surgeries are elective surgeries. They are considered from the insurance company cosmetic surgery, but for the life of people, it is medically necessary. I've addressed all of that. You're fucking
That's
cook.
all clarification.
You're fucking cook. You know it. And so since you know it, you're running. Now I've addressed all of that. I've even told you where to start with looking at the different types. You said go to page 22. Page 22 does not disprove anything that I said. I'm looking at it. Now please address Jeff, you coward.
Thanks for finally clarifying and actually putting down the words.
I clarified it from the beginning. You're just stupid. Now address Jeff.
Nope. You play back the recording. Before I came up, you did not clarify any
Shut up. I addressed it from the beginning. Please address Jeff. If you don't address Jeff, we're just going to take it as a concession. And guess what? I know you follow me, so I'm pretty sure that you like it here. So instead of just kicking you, I'm just going to fucking block you if you don't engage, you coward.
And look, we can clear this up. At the beginning, before I even came up here, did Santana say gastric bypass surgery? Yes or no?
After I asked him about it, yes.
I'm just going to ask the question again. Before I came up here, did Santana say gastric bypass surgery? Yes or no?
Asked and answered.
I'm just going to ask the question a third time. These are the answers that are adequate for my question are yes or no. Did he say that at the beginning of your conversation? Yes or no?
After I asked him, yes.
I'm just, okay, great, cool. So then you continuing to press the issue was a blunder on your part, right?
No, he asked me to look it up, so I did.
I'm just going to ask the question again. You continuing to press the issue as if he hadn't clarified and saying, oh, you finally clarified. That was a blunder on your part, correct?
No, because he was claiming he
I'm just going to ask the question a third time, this time answer honestly, because he did say gastric bypass. Unless you think gastric bypass surgery is cosmetic. Do you think gastric bypass surgery is cosmetic?
No.
Okay, good. So you did have enough information to make the inference that it wasn't just cosmetic surgery he was talking about, right?
After I asked him, yes.
that would be a yes at the beginning of the conversation. Yeah.
After I forced him to clarify.
I don't know. You didn't force him to clarify anything. You asked.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't force him to clarify anything. You asked, he answered. Now I know that you want to say force for your ego, but then you continued to press the issue. You did, right? You did say, oh, now you clarified after he said it a second and third time, right? That was you that did that, right? That's framing that you used, correct? So I'll just take that as a yes. So now that we've gone through all that and we've seen that you have dishonest framing and you're only up here for your ego, can you now pretty please answer my question? I don't care if Santana blocks you.
Yeah, I'm sure he will, but I like your dishonest framing too.
Okay, go ahead. Look, I gave you a full analysis of your dishonest framing. Go ahead and give an analysis of mine.
When you call it dishonest framing because you exclude part of my comment, then
which part of the comment did I exclude? Go ahead.
I did not push the issue. He responded by pushing the issue, saying that he had stated it prior.
So really quickly, when he said gastric bypass, and you asked him again stop talking. When you said again that he was referring to only cosmetic surgery, was that you that said that, or did I imagine it?
You are misunderstanding what was said.
I'm just going to ask the question again. Did you say
dishonest framing again? Okay.
Hold on. I'm just asking you about your words.
You're framing this incorrectly.
Hold on. This is simple. When you say you're misunderstanding, that's timeshare salesperson language. I want you to answer directly. Did you say that he was only referring to cosmetic surgery after he said gastric bypass? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Chat. If he said that Santana was only referring to cosmetic surgery after Santana clarified using the example of gastric bypass, just put a simple one in the chat for me. If you remember him saying that. That's cool. I'm not dishonest framing anything. I'm just quoting your words back to you.
When I said you were only referring to that, I was referring to prior to our conversation. But if you don't want to listen,
you gaslighting buffoon. When I quote your words back to you directly, right, and everybody in the chat can hear it, right? We're not on the phone, you and I, privately, where you can try to gaslight me like you do your mother. We are on the phone in front of 1,800 people who heard you say it.
Actually,
right? So now
if you add in YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, we're almost about 3,000
but it's not how it works.
3,000 people heard.
Jeff, you can dishonestly frame everything you want, but that's not how it works.
Shut up. You've been like wholly disingenuous this entire time. You thought that you had a gotcha. I brought you up here. I actually said that what you're saying is not true because I wanted you to give me how I lied. And then even after I went through the diatribe as far as what I said, clarifying the difference between the different types of elective surgeries and then what I classified as cosmetic surgeries, I told you where to find the information from the source that I was provided, not my source, but I still told you where to find it. You're being disingenuous. Stop crying in the comment section. You brought Jeff up because, well, hold on, let me mute that. You brought Jeff up because you can't accept reality. Sending you a request to come off mute. What reality did I not accept?
And I called you out.
And when were you right? When were you right in your call out?
It's a disingenuous frame.
No. What was your original statement? What did you say to get you requested up?
That you were lying, which is
okay. Perfect. Now tell me where the lie is.
Being disingenuous in your
no. There's a difference between being disingenuous and being and telling a lie. Now you said that I lied. Tell me what was the lie.
Calling them all cosmetics.
I said all of them are cosmetic surgeries.
Yes.
Cool.
When you say they are coming here for cosmetic surgery.
Don't worry about it. So the funny thing about this actual thing that we're doing right now, not only are we live here on TikTok, but we're live everywhere, including YouTube. And the most interesting thing about YouTube is that I can play back what we're talking about. I can literally play it back. I can literally play back what was said. Now, the question I have for you, Danny, or whatever your name is, what are you willing to bet that I didn't say that they were all cosmetic surgeries?
You betting on verbatim words or in your framing of the situation?
I'm betting on verbatim words. If I say anything outside of they were all cosmetic surgeries, because you said that I said they were all cosmetic surgeries. That's what you said. So if I don't say that they were all cosmetic surgeries, nope, you're being disingenuous. Danny, you're being disingenuous. Now the question is, how much are you willing to bet that I did not say that they were all cosmetic surgeries? How am I running from it when I'm literally offering you to prove yourself to be right?
Try not muting me.
Here's the issue. You want to say that when people repeat your words verbatim back to you, it's as if they're changing what you said. And then you want to change what Santana said instead of repeating his verbatim words back. It's like you're in some upside down world.
I need you to answer that fucking question. I don't care about the pontification. I don't care about the whining, the crying. I don't care about any of that. You made the statement, and I will hold you accountable for your words. I'm good with it. You said that I said they were all cosmetic surgeries. I'm telling you that I didn't say that. Not only did I give the nuances in a specific example, and the reason why I gave the example the way I did is because I knew.
Show me the example before I came up.
Shut up. I knew that the actual, there's a difference in the elective surgeries. I know for a fact I didn't say that. Now, Danny, answer the question.
Show me the example.
I am, you fucking coward. Now, answer the question. Answer the question. How much are you betting?
Show me the example.
How much are you betting? How much are you betting? Don't run from it. How much are you betting?
This is your way of running.
I'm literally offering to pay back what was said, play back what was said. Bet.
You got to put your money where your mouth is, Dan. You got to put your money where your mouth is, Dan.
You're so fucking confident. We have it on tape.
I'm waiting for your proof.
Yeah, how much you betting, Danny?
You clarified.
Danny, how much you betting? Hey, nope. I'm gonna mute you. I need you to tell me.
He's confused with how poker works. You don't ask to see the person's cards first and then push your chips into the table. You push the chips into the table first, and then You see what the cards are.
Mhm.
If you're so confident that he said it, push the chips, man.
Danny, send your request to come off mute. Just tell me. Give me the
You're the one
number that we're betting.
You said it. I'm saying show me.
Yes, I will show you as soon as you tell me how much we're betting.
Show me you said it.
Why are you such a coward? Why are you running?
You're the one that says you can play to prove it.
Why are you running, Danny? You were so confident just a few moments ago before I told you that we were going to roll this back and I want to make a bet.
You only clarified after I came up.
Sure, you can say that. Perfect.
That's all. That's my entire point.
Shut up. You said that I said that they were all cosmetic surgeries. I literally have, I'm not even joking. When I tell you I literally have this queued up, I have it paused right before you joined the live and we had this conversation. I need you to tell me, request to come off mute, how much are we betting? I know you see that request to come off mute. See, this is what happens, Jeff, when they get too big for their britches. They think that they know something, and then they step into the pool thinking that it's 3 feet and not realizing that it's actually 13 feet and there's a fucking shark in the water already. He stepped in the pool thinking that it was shallow, not realizing that this is the deep water and I am a shark. Now, put your money where your mouth is, Danny. How much are we betting?
Real quick, before, because he's not going to answer that question. I just want to clarify what it was that I came up here for about the populations. When they do a comparison of wait times between US and Canada, they compare the whole population of Canada, which is all the people that are covered, with people in the United States that are fully covered and can afford it. So the question you should ask yourself is, what is the wait time for a procedure that costs more than you have in your bank account and you can't afford it?
It ends your life.
And I don't know what it is that you're saying, Dan. I don't need you for this part. You're a coward. I'm good with the one-man show, thank you. So the other thing is, what do you think the wait time is when you need a procedure and the insurance company disagrees and your doctor and the insurance company have to play tennis for a while, and then they schedule your procedure if they ever decide to do it, or if they have 700 things that you have to do? Believe me, there are people who have like brain surgeries that they need. There are some people who have spinal surgeries that they need, and the insurance company gives them a laundry list of things and a timeline to do it by. And if they miss one of those things, they start the timeline over, so they have to do all those things again. What do you think the wait time is when you're playing hopscotch for the insurance company? They don't count that, right? So
I'm at 3
again,
years right now.
I don't know why it is that you're speaking, Dan. I told you, you're not auditioning for nothing. I already have the part. I'm good. I don't need an understudy. I'm not sick. I'm perfectly fine standing on this stage by myself. You are playing the part of some audience member that got lost on his way to the restroom or the concession stand and somehow got on stage. Just leave the stage. Exit stage left. So again, if you factor those in, the wait time is almost like a divide by zero error, because the wait time for a procedure you can't afford is forever. Forever. They don't give it to you. They give you some other stuff. They patch you up and then they just send you home to pass away in your sleep or something. So that was all I wanted to say. I have a meeting to get to and I don't want to get the funk of liar juice on me anymore.
Yeah,
thank you,
you and I are not in disagreement on that.
Shut up. I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Have a good one. Hey, Danny, how much are we betting?
That all you got?
How much are you betting?
Is that really all you got is how much you betting?
Last chance. How much is the bet so I can play the video?
You got to be paid to play a video.
Yeah, you're a coward. So goodbye. He's a coward because he knew it was wrong. He's a coward because he knew it was wrong. And you know what's really funny is even if I didn't have this video to play back, saying all, even in my background when I talk about the groups of people, I never say all. That all word is just not a definitive statement that I put in the things that I say. Johnny, are you back for attention? Or are you really just here to, like, are you ready to debate, or did you just want attention? Like, what's happening?
I want to place a bet.
Okay. I bet that you can't beat me in a debate.
I'm gonna take it up for Danny. I'm gonna bust you real good right here.
Yeah, I don't care about you taking up for Danny.
I'm gonna show you that you a coward. How about that?
Or disagree with something on the background?
I'm gonna show you that you a coward.
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Did you hear me? I'm gonna repeat for the second time.
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Okay, yes or no? I'm gonna repeat that for the third time. Did you hear what I said?
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
So you can't even answer my question simple.
So whose live is this?
I don't give a shit.
Is this Johnny's live or is this Santana?
It's a coward's live.
I know. Cry harder, Snowflake. Now answer the question. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
What's snowflake mean?
That means you're a coward. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on
the
background?
Are you racist?
I'm sorry?
Sounds racist to me.
Sure.
Sounds racist to me.
Sure. It can be racist if you want it to. Fine. I don't care. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
You got a banana in your fruit bag?
Sure, I do. I actually literally do. Right here. Right here. Now answer the fucking question or go cry somewhere else. I know you want attention. Eat these nuts, Johnny. As a matter of fact, hey, turn on your camera. Turn on the camera. I just sent you a request. Turn it on. Do it. Turn on your camera. Oh, nope. You stay on mute until you turn that camera on, boy. You turn that camera on, boy. Don't be low IQ, boy. Turn that camera on, boy. Sent you another invite. You're not gonna turn your camera on? You don't get to come off mute until you turn your camera on. Not until not until Daddy says so. You turn that camera. Shut up. Turn on your camera, boy. You turn on that camera, you low IQ boy. Turn that camera on, you low IQ boy. There you go. Send it to you. Turn it on. Yeah, that's what I thought. They don't like that shit, guys. They don't like that at all. Yeah, he wanted to slur so bad. Oh boy, his clan ancestors were howling at him. Howling at him. He was trying to channel his inner David Duke so bad. Couldn't get it off though. Couldn't get it out. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Lady Bloom, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are a friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. Oh, hey boy. Not Johnny coming back on another account. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Johnny, you can come back up, but you got to turn that camera on, boy. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Oh, your background just minimized for me. If you mind bringing it back.
Oh, you mean it's shifted to the other side? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, your box is just as small as mine. I can't quite see what you're saying in the background.
Okay, I'll drop you back down. You take a look at it, and then you come back up when you're ready. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I do disagree with the Republicans' stupidity is home comment.
Okay. Perfect. Can you give me 2 seconds to thank a couple of people and then we can get into it?
Sure.
Perfect. Thank you. W's in the chat for Fudge C. Fudge C said a $25 donation. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for that $25 donation. For C says, Brother Santana, good to see you. Good to see you. I saw you were on with Dean debate yesterday, and you obliterated that blagger who was justifying racism and hurting the black community. And I was infuriated originally, but when I saw you come up, I was relieved. Yeah, I mean, like the amount of anti-blackness that she was spewing, like it just pissed me off to the point where I couldn't stop. Like I had no intentions on joining the live because I had just finished mine. But like it was insane. It was insane, and I just couldn't deal with it. W's in chat for Fashid. W's in chat for Sarah for the $5 donation. I'm a friendly, but Jeff scares the F out of me. Jeff is a big fucking teddy bear. Guys, don't let Jeff gas you up. He is not a meanie. He is not. W's in the chat as well for Phoenix Eyes for the $5 super chat to say suffering from testicular weakness. Ask your doctor if critical thought is right for you. I know that's right. W's in the chat for Otana's mom said who sent a $5 super chat to say for Johnny's obedience training. Yep, definitely. W's in the chat for all the donos, guys. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 400,000 likes. Also, hit that follow button right there. Boom, boom, boom. We got 95 new followers on the stream. I know we can get over 100. So please look up there. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button, turn on notifications. We go live all the time. All right. You said you disagree with the Republicans' stupidity as home point.
I do, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think you're trying to say that Republicans are stupid. Is that the point?
I think that would be an oversimplification, and I think it would actually be a weak argument. What I'm saying is that Republicans lend into stupidity, whether it's them absolutely not knowing anything themselves, being completely ignorant of facts, and even willing ignorance where they are told the facts and they refuse to actually engage with them or go look up any information for themselves. They just believe what they're told, or they weaponize stupidity. There are certain Republicans that know the things.
I mean, I understand your assertions.
Stupidity. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I said I understand your assertions.
Okay,
you're asserting that. Yeah, of course.
There's Republicans that weaponize the incompetence of people, and so the only way that they're willing to actually get any type of power or control is by weaponizing the stupidity of people, engaging in lies and fear-mongering tactics.
And you think that's specific to the Republican Party, that the Democrats don't do that?
I think that it's a safe space for the Republican Party. I do think the Democratic Party engages in that in somewhat, but I think that is home for Republicans, meaning that the majority of the Republican Party, no matter if you're just a constituent or you are a member of Congress, stupidity is a safe space for you.
Right. I mean, that's less of an argument and more of an insult, wouldn't you say? You seem like a smart person.
Nope, that is the premise of the argument, which I can back up with factual information, video testimony, a laundry list of things, but that is the initial claim, and that is how I'll roll my argument out. So do you disagree with that premise? And if you do, please say, well, please stay away from saying, well, the Democrats, please specifically attack the argument,
I won't do what about you
towards the Republican Party.
Well, I mean, I think if the way you're defining stupidity as a home, kind of like as a, I guess you're saying a pillar of the Republican Party is making you feel safe in your ignorant assertions or beliefs.
I don't think you have to actually say what you think I'm saying. I literally just said all the things. Like, you don't have to try to insinuate what I'm saying or guess at what I'm saying.
No, I'm trying to understand your argument.
Out for you.
I know you think you're being clear, but I'm trying to understand your argument. And if your argument is just insulting another party,
the argument
it might be true.
is that the Republican Party runs on stupidity, a lack of knowledge, a lack of critical thinking. Whether it's the people that vote Republican because they don't want to engage in factual information,
don't you think that's an
or
ignorant
if they are
statement,
fear-mongered and weaponized by the people that are in power that know the truth, but they weaponize said stupidity that they know their base has in order to generate funds, in order to generate votes, and in order to drive hateful rhetoric.
Right. I hear you. I mean, is stupidity the same as dishonesty?
No.
I agree. And if the Republicans, if the stupidity is home for the Republicans, that might be true depending on how you define stupidity. But stupidity is definitely not the worst trait. It's definitely not as bad as, let's say, dishonesty coming from other parties.
Sure. Too bad we're not talking about other traits, and too bad we're not talking about other parties. The background specifically is talking about the reality that the Republican Party as a whole engages in stupidity in one way, shape, or the other, and it drives the actual premise of the party.
I mean, I'd have to explain to you why it's not stupid, and then we'd be arguing stupidity. We could do that if you're down.
I'm waiting for you to attack the actual point on the background instead of trying to talk about other things.
Well, it's not a fact, it's an opinion, right? So it's I'm just trying to understand your opinion. You're yelling out opinions as if they're facts. You seem angry. I'm trying to understand why you're so angry.
I'm not angry. I'm just waiting for the stupid person that I have on the panel to actually make a point about the background.
See, again, with the insults, it's not a very smart or positive position for you to have.
Well,
why do you call people boy? Why do you? Sorry?
The truth hurts. Life is tough. Get a helmet.
That's true. That's true. But if you're saying America, let's be honest, and then yelling out opinions, you're not talking about honesty. You're just saying you want to be heard.
Well, see, the funny thing about the quote unquote opinions is that opinions, at least my opinions, I don't know how you craft. How do you craft your opinions?
Carefully.
That's it? Just carefully?
Mm-hmm. You
don't want to add anything else to how you craft your opinion?
No. I think carefully is the best way to describe how I craft my opinions.
Okay, so
these are
the
careless
only thing,
opinions.
the only thing that you do
these
when
are
you
careless
get ready
opinions.
to give out an opinion, you say, I'm going to be careful at how I say this.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to be careful in how I come up with that opinion.
Oh, okay. So would you like to actually expand what that means? Carefully come up with it? What do you mean carefully come up with it?
Carefully. Exactly. Carefully.
So
with care, with consciousness.
Yeah.
So when I see Republicans, stupidity is home, and then I see America, let's be honest.
So
I'm crafting an opinion here.
You're beating around the bush because you know that you're fucking cooked. It's fine. So the way that I craft my opinion.
See, look how you're insulting.
The way that I craft my opinions is based off. I don't care about your feelings. Holy smokes!
I don't care about your feelings either, sir. You're a good man. Keep talking.
Put your tears in a pot of greed. Right here. I need all your tears inside of the pot of greed. Get them all in the pot of greed. So, as I was saying, oh, not him running. They have been running today. They have been running today. Holy smokes, what is happening? I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Fatten up all that around their eyes. I would not. I don't blame them. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Debbie's in the chat for Danella, who sent a $1 donation saying, I sent an ex-Blaga classmate to you, but he B-word out. Tell him come run me my fade. Like the group that I want to fucking debate so bad is Blaga and FBA. Like I really, as a matter of fact, I'm putting a hit piece out on FBA. Wait till you guys see it. W's in chat, thank you so much for that $1 donation. Again, if anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. What up, Solid?
What's up, man? I wanted to play reindeer games.
Oh, I didn't even see you in the request until old boy ran.
It's okay.
Did you see how he was trying to get the semantics off?
Yeah. And also, he was doing that thing, the Bulverism thing, where instead of actually arguing, he just wanted to try and paint you out as some meanie pants.
Mm-hmm. You know, the funny thing about that, Solid, is like, I think morality is subjective. So I don't care about his morality and the way that he would like to paint me. I'm very simple, very plain, very straightforward. And so I know where I stand and I know what I put out. And I have also come to, like, you know, what's the funniest thing, Solid? When I first started doing like TikTok and lives and stuff, I used to worry so bad about trying to make every single person happy. Like, anytime someone said, "Oh, Santana," I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't. And then they tried to cancel me for some, like, the way that I responded to a racist piece of shit. And I bent over backwards. I apologized. I did like a whole thing, and it still wasn't enough for them. And then I got an inside peek of them talking shit and basically saying that how they said that I needed to host a live on my knees, begging for forgiveness, and they still wouldn't forgive me. And then I said, fuck you. And from that point, I've realized that I can't make everyone happy. The best thing that I can do is try to be the best possible person I can be, take the corrections when they are valid and they are given. And then outside of that, tell them to fuck off. So I don't know, Solid. That's where I am.
You know what? I feel that, man. I envy that, because I'm definitely a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Solid, you want to tell the people about the cool thing that you're doing while we got you up here?
Not necessarily.
Fucking tell them, Solid.
Okay, all right. Okay, here's the deal, y'all. Santana is helping me out with this thing, right? He's trying to help me get some funding, and he's doing an immaculate job at it. He's helping me get some funding. I have a mini documentary that I'm working on to center the voices of Black soldiers from the 216th Infantry Battalion. I deployed with that battalion in 2007 and stayed until 2008. Okay, I was there for a long time. Got me a hearty helping of war. Good God, you all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. We have a goal of 25K. We're almost at 10K, y'all. You've been so amazing. Yes, I went to Iraq. Yeah, I was in southeast Baghdad. 10 miles south of Sadr City. We was doing stuff, but also we experienced, the Black soldiers experienced so much racism. It was kind of ridiculous. And so I want to be able to just kind of tell that story. I just want to be able to tell that story. I want you all to be able to hear that story. If you're curious about it, when Santana's done with the live today, you can go by my YouTube, my Ubity Tubity. Okay, you can go to my Yoodle Toodle. Okay, I have some pre-work up there. I have one interview that I did with a beloved friend of mine, Major Jermaine Hampton, where he and I kind of talk about our deployment. And it's just a rough interview to just kind of like gauge, hey, is this something we should pursue? And I think you should watch it.
W's in the chat for Solid. Guys, please go check out the GFM. You can find the link in the link tree in my bio. You can find the link in the link tree in Solid's bio, in Petty's bio, in Swan's bio, in Ari's bio. I think it may be in K's bio. You can find it all around. The information is also listed in the poll. I have it on the background and the screen. This is something that Solid is super passionate about, and I think it's an amazing cause. And we have been talking about this on late nights, which Solid has been my co-host. Late nights with Santana, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. This week's topic is how America runs today. But the focus and the underlying understanding is trying to understand structural functionalism. So it's really, really important. So please, please, please go check that out and do all the wonderful things, especially if you have not gotten an opportunity to join the panel. Come through tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, late nights with Santana. Solid, I appreciate you coming up, bro.
I appreciate you. I was hoping to get one op, man. Can I get an op?
I don't think there's any oppies.
Okay. All right. Okay. I wanted to talk to that stupid guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been running all day.
Stop running, ops.
Yeah, they're cowards.
Okay. Appreciate you, man.
Yep. Appreciate you. What up, Hector?
What's up, man? Want to do a quick little announcement. I'm trying to go wherever I can, where I see all the people are. Put a 1 in the chat if you're in Texas. Want to see how many Texans are in here? 1 in the chat if you are in Texas. Hi, everybody. Okay, got a couple Texans in here. Fantastic. So today's your last day to be able to vote in our primary runoffs. Today's the final day. Early voting, that's up. May 26th, today. It's the last day you can go vote. Please make sure you are doing so. This is the vote specifically for individuals who are registered and voted for their primaries back in March. So if you registered Democrat, you'll be voting for the Democratic one. If you registered Republican, you'll be voting for the Republican ones. Even if you are a Republican, go vote today and go vote for John Cornyn. Because if John Cornyn wins, Tallarico was whoop his ass in November. Ken Paxton got the endorsement from Donald Trump, and I think that has boosted him to the forefront because for some reason you guys really like corruption. So go vote for John Cornyn so we can whoop his ass. To the rest of you guys, please make sure you are voting in your Democratic primaries today. It's the last day to do so. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Would greatly appreciate if y'all did that. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Thank you. That's it. Go vote.
Hector, are you going live at all today?
Yes, I will be going live later. I may even stream the results of the election.
Okay. I was about to say, you want to tell the people what time and where they can find you?
Should be live today, roughly between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m. CST on this account and YouTube, Hector Talks with 2 R's. So yeah, by all means, hit that follow button.
All right. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.
Yep. W's in the chat for Christine for the $1 donation saying, stop breaking all the toys. Much love, Christine. Listen, I normally don't do that, but they've been running all fucking day. It's crazy. I don't know what's happening, but they've been running all day. W's in the chat for Rachel for the $5 donation saying, Santana, that last guy was asking you why you were so angry, and all he was doing was whistling so hard my dog started crying. Yeah, like he was hoping to get a reaction out of me, and when he realized that he wasn't going to be able to solicit a reaction, he ran. Like, let's not sugarcoat what he thought that he was going to do. He thought that he was going to come up here and get an emotional crash out when he's just not that guy. He's not built to get a response out of me. Funny thing about that as well is while I do get passionate and I do give responses, it really depends on what I respond to and how I respond to it. I don't get triggered. I trigger myself when I'm ready to actually go to that point, because a lot of times, like, there's a lot of shitty people. And so it depends on how you want to engage with people. And W's in the chat for Logi for the $2 super chat to say, Blagas are coward. They will not come to your live. They won't. Like, a few of them used to come in here and I whooped their ass so bad that they just all stopped coming. Like, literally, I had a couple of morning lives where I got like 3 or 4 days straight of like the first person being up was Blaga. And then after that, they just said, fuck this guy. We're not coming back here. They are terrified. After I fucking clipped Kenneth, who used to run around here and say, I'm one of the founding members of Blaga. Fucking clipped Kenneth. gone. And then fucking Levito, before he got a little bit of sense or whatever, I clipped Kenneth about the Epstein files, gone. So Blagga don't really fuck with me. Blagga does not fuck with me. Debbie's in the chat for Gloria the Void for the $10 super chat to say, Santana cast pot of greed to drink 2 MAGA tears and draw 2 cards, then plays Cyberjar to mill MAGA for 6 cards. MAGA doesn't understand tariffs, so they mill 30 cards and Santana drinks another 8 MAGA tears. I know that's fucking right. Debbie's in the chat. I fucking love it. Holy shit. Debbie's in the chat. This is interesting. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, I'm a big Trump supporter, man.
How big?
Dude, he changed my life just because of 3 main things.
What were the 3
he freed Palestine with the Gaza-Israel deal.
Oh, that's
and he's freeing Iran right now.
And you said LeBron?
Because Iran.
Oh, I thought you said he's freeing LeBron. I was about to say, fuck that. Like, I mean, I don't think we should bring him back for $55 million, but I think that if we can get him to take like a mid-level or even a vet exception, then we should bring him back. So I was about to say, nah, I don't want to free LeBron, but you said Iran. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that was really big for me, and he's also bringing our, he's pushing AI development really well by making talks with China and bringing his representatives from America over, and those are the 3 reasons why I like Trump. So I just wanted to see if you have a problem with that or whatever.
Okay, that's what's up. None of the stuff you said was true, but like I respect your right to exist in lies.
I mean, I think that, well, the first thing with the Israel-Palestine thing, they have like a brokered peace deal right now that is making a 2-state solution possible. It's not like what I want, but
can you tell me where this 2-state solution has been not only written about in the peace agreement, where they are in the phases of establishing that 2-state agreement?
No, I mean, I know it's like it's one of the final phases of the agreement where they have to meet certain benchmarks across a period of time.
Can you show me where the Israel and Bibi Netanyahu, fuck you, Bibi Netanyahu has actually agreed to that? No, not you. I was talking to Bibi Netanyahu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me like 1 second. I'll find you a source. If I can't find it, then
sure. Debbie's in the chat for Elizabeth for the $10 donation, saying 5 for you, 5 for solid. I got you. Debbie's in the chat for Elizabeth. Thank you so much for that. Debbie's in the chat for Manders for the 1 cheered bit. It said they wish they had a girl who looked good. They would call her. I can't remember what exactly was talking about. And then watch party, said another 1 cheer bit, watch party for Jubilee for the Jubilee this weekend. I'm gonna do that. So I emailed them and I was like, hey, like the last time we did a watch party, they took it down on YouTube, but we were able to do it in the other places. So I'm like, how do I make sure that we are able to watch it without them taking it down? I got to send this stuff over so we can watch it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a watch party for the Jubilee Live this weekend. Debbie's in the chat for
I have a Wikipedia for you, by the way.
Support the live. You can do so, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. All right, you said you have what?
Do you want to Google it real quick?
Sure, if you can give me the source and the title. If you're saying something while you're out of the app, I can't hear it. You got to come back in for me to hear you.
My bad. If you look up Gaza peace, Gaza peace plan on Wikipedia, then you see the details of the plan and everything else, citing it on Wikipedia.
Say it one more time.
It's Gaza peace plan on Wikipedia.org.
Okay. Give me a second here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. One second. Oh, hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you live in Atlanta?
No, but I was just there because I had a flight there.
What did you do in Atlanta?
What did I do in Atlanta? Well, I'm flying to Memphis right now to see my friend, so I was in Atlanta because I had a connection.
Oh, I thought you were scamming in Atlanta.
Scamming?
Yeah.
No.
They do a lot of scamming in Atlanta. Hey, what's the deal with the videos on your profile page about you buying followers and then using the page to scam people?
Man, what? I don't do that.
It's literally on your page, bub.
Which one?
The fucking TikTok live that you're on right now. Did you forget to switch accounts? He forgot to switch accounts. I'm good. He forgot to switch accounts, guys. He forgot to switch to his burner. God damn. Brrr. Not him forgetting to switch accounts. That's wild. That's wild. Him buying followers just so he can scam them? It's a cold world. Isn't that what Future said? It's a cold world. Oh, man. I don't know. Anywho, what was I saying? I was saying something prior to him coming up. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, wait. Oh. There's something I want to play for you guys really quickly. This is like completely off topic, but I want to play it. So we understand that there is a subsection of like the world, not just the city, Craig, but the world. There's a subsection of the world that for some reason thinks that Elon Musk is a genius. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But for some reason, these people think that Elon Musk is a genius, right? That's the overarching premise. But you know what's funny about the Elon Musk being a genius thing is Elon Musk sounds like a smart person to a stupid person. Like if you are someone that doesn't actually know things and you hear Elon Musk talk and you know for the fact that he's the richest man on earth, then you're like, oh, he's the smartest man on earth. Money does not equate to intelligence. It does not. It does not. Now, what happens when Elon Musk decides to enter a Twitter space, which he owns, filled with Twitter engineers? What do you guys think happened when Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, who claims to be a genius, shows up around smart people that actually know how to do the work? Well, I'll tell you what, you don't have to guess. Don't worry, I got you.
Of features as high as possible.
Yes.
I mean, I think, frankly, if you want to have a really high velocity of features, I think we'll just need to do a total rewrite of the whole thing.
Wait, seriously, a total rewrite. That's your prediction for velocity.
Yeah.
Well, when you say a total rewrite, do you mean starting with the skeleton, or a bunch of engineers sit down with a whiteboard and say, "What is Twitter"? Revolution or reform?
I mean, I just mean like literally, like there's like you could either try to amend the crazy stack that exists, or rewrite it.
But when you say crazy stack, what do you mean? Like, break it down.
Have you seen George's like diagram?
No. I mean, like, what do you mean by crazy? No, seriously. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Who are you?
What do you mean? Who am I? I don't know. You gave me the fucking mic. I got no.
I didn't give you
the mic. Whoa! I'm doing the mic, and let's keep it civil in my space.
I mean, yeah.
Like what? No, man. You're in charge of the servers and the programming, whatever. Like, what is the stack?
Keep things technical in my space, please.
Take me from top to bottom. What does the stack look like right now? What's so crazy about it? What's so abnormal about this stack versus every other large-scale system on the planet, buddy? Come on, give it to me.
All right. So first off,
amazing. Wow, you're a jackass.
Okay. All
right. No. I got no credibility here, buddy. I got no idea.
Let's first off, let's keep my space civil.
Here, you know, like
we removed him from speakers.
Well, they were on Elon's ass. They were on his ass. That's what happens when you get pressed and you're a fraud. That's what literally happens when you get pressed and you're a fraud. What did Cat Williams say? Everybody, what did he say? A Chrysler 300 looks like a phantom until a phantom pulls up. A Chrysler 300 looks like a phantom until a phantom pulls up. Yeah. One second here. Athena, look at your phone. Unless you're asleep. Is Athena asleep? Athena, look at your phone. She may be asleep. How much you guys want to bet Athena's asleep? Yeah, she's probably asleep. W's in the chat for Phoenix Eyes for the $5 super chat to say, I remember this. He also used someone else's account in a game and got called out when he couldn't talk the talk. Yeah. Like I completely, W's in chat for Phoenix Eyes. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Like, again, it's the funniest thing in the world when someone who actually that actually capitalizes on other people's intelligence and literally steals from other people. That's what happens. That's what happens. Anyway, guys, so since Athena is asleep and she's not coming up, we're going to call it here. And we are going to call it here. I was trying to make it 3 hours. We're going to call it here, but we'll be back later this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for Late Nights with Santana with my special co-host, Super Solid. W's in the chat for the Taffy Bot. What up, the Taffy Bot? Who sent a $10 super chat to say, rewrite the same code in Rust, change the logo, and ship it. I think so. This person, Caden, said, stop running. You got 0 followers and you're following one person, Bub. Go get your main account and then you can come up. Until then, run these nuts in your mouth. I'm going to go ahead and block this troll account. Sucks to suck. Anyway, we'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, late nights with Santana. Myself, Solid, we are going over the way that America works. This is night 3 of our panel discussion, which deals with the overarching premise of structural functionalism. So we're going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you all later. Oh, wait, let me check one other thing because W's in the chat for Manders. I remember. Order coffee. I will. And also W's in the chat for Manders for the one chair said that last one was next in line. Want to be a baller. I know that's right. W's in the chat for Manders for the bits over on Twitch and also the reminder I got to order coffee. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Let us go.
Yeah. Funny how it changed now. Same people that laughed at clips.
I said I wasn't going to do that. I didn't say we weren't going to do that. We're going to start doing the original as the intro and then the OG as the outro. So
you stepped in a box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats who get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit. Yeah.
Hey, W's in the chat for the chat. W's in the chat for the chat. Guys, this is a good little speed run. This is good. I got some stuff to do, so I'm gonna go get some stuff done. You guys do some stuff too. And have a good day. And we'll be back later. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, late nights with Santana. Me and Solid will be going through night 3 of our panel discussion. Join. Get up here, learn. Let's learn and grow together. I love you guys. I do. I love you. Guys, thank you for all the gifts, taps, like, share. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for being absolutely amazing. I love you all and all as always. Peace.